is at 3 today. The Lee County School District says they canceled Cypress Lake's Friday game against LaBelle due to unforeseen circumstances. This comes as the Hendry County School District reports one positive case of coronavirus and a LaBelle High School student. 67 other students are quarantining. 7 teachers are also having to quarantine as well. I'm Kirsten Delgado, Wink News Now.
Wink News traffic.
Good Thursday morning. Traffic slowing on 3 Oaks Parkway heading northbound towards Alico Road. We're at 21 miles per hour for about a quarter mile. Also a delay slightly on Corkscrew, already eastbound, heading towards I-75. Busy morning on Bonita Beach Road as well, but traffic is still up to speed, heading to the interstate as well as heading to US 41. There is a southbound slowdown building on Livingston, south of Bonita Beach Road. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, we have the opportunity for some pop-up passing rain scattered across our area. It will be hit or miss, some dry, others soak. A high temperature of 87 degrees and breezy with a mixture of sunshine and clouds. And really for at least the next 2 days, most of our rain chances will be by the afternoon and evening scattered across our area. Temps in the mid to upper 80s. Keep that in mind all the way into the weekend as we almost flirt with 90 as we start next week with a few more areas of rain. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour. There's the left way, and then there's the right way. 92.5 Fox News.
It's open enrollment season, and MediShare is a Christian healthcare sharing ministry that saves most families about $500 a month. Google MediShare and see if it's a fit for you.
Now is the time to get countertops at Rock Solid. Why Rock Solid? How about Rock Solid's unbelievable prices? Full slabs of quartz from $599, granite $499, and remnants as low as $150. Rock Solid's vast selection of the finest stone from around the world. Rock Solid's award-winning customer service and installation in about a week. Want the best new countertops for your kitchen? The choice is simple. Rock Solid.
Rock Solid. We don't stop at just countertops.
Joe Biden openly admitted his plan to violate our Second Amendment rights.
To gun owners out there who say, well, a Biden administration means they're going to come for my guns.
Bingo, you're right.
Obama and Biden spent years trying to violate our Second Amendment rights. As president, Biden and his radical running mate Kamala Harris would finish the job. New taxes on gun owners, buyback programs, strict new regulations on firearms that would trample our constitutional rights and make our families less safe. While Antifa terrorizes our cities and radical leftists call to defund the police, Biden would enact unconstitutional gun control measures, making it harder than ever to defend yourself.
Bingo, you're right.
Your family and your constitutional Second Amendment rights won't be safe in Joe Biden's America.
I'm Donald Trump, candidate for president, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Donald J. Trump for President, Inc.
Hi, I'm Dave Harmer, founder of First Class Air Conditioning, serving Southwest Florida since 1977. We are in unique times that are requiring all of us to change the way we go about our daily lives. By practicing safe distance measures, we will protect both you, our customers, and our employees. First Class Air Conditioning is open and here to serve you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
First Class Air Conditioning, our name says it all.
Fox News.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie-cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie-cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping clients achieve a comfortable retirement, we're clearly different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Hi, how are you? Great to see you there, sitting there, standing there, whatever it is you're doing there. Jake the Millennial is stretching there. Look at him stretch. Look at him stretch. Oh, look at that baby boy stretching, getting it all out. He's had a long week, everybody. Working double and triple duty around here as we get ready for Election Day is only how many days away? Goodness. You look at the calendar and you're like, hey, it's a little too close. Or you could be, hey, I'm ready for this. Let's get going. Let's get this done with already. Because I've got a life to live and we've got things to do and we got to get back to work. And unless, of course, you're those who are still into trying to figure out whether or not we should have mask mandates here in Southwest Florida, can somebody, anybody, just one single person on a city council, a congressman, anybody at all, can you just present to this radio program the definitive article, the definitive medical statement, the definitive place that I can go where I can see that mask mandates are the only way that we are going to get rid of COVID, are the only way that we can get back to work, are the only way that has been proven 100% to be able to help us get back to some sense of normalcy around here. And the answer is nobody's going to call or reach out to this program because it doesn't exist. But if we keep the fear-mongering going, well, what do we get out of it, everybody? Who are the people that are doing this? Who are the ones that are making some of the most outrageous statements? Did you know that only 11 people died in China in the past? Is it 11? Is that how many? I mean, is it that much? Yeah, a CNN medical guest went and said, yeah, China only has, they only have 11 cases. Not 60,000 cases a day like the United States or other places around the globe. No, China only has 11. Said a CNN medical guest. Do you honestly believe that? Today's program, I bring this up early and I talk about this right now, and we'll get into that more, the audio and everything else about the vid and whether or not kids should be in school or not, and how anybody right now, if you're fighting about kids being back and in school learning, it's because either you don't understand the information that is out there, you choose not to, or you have a teachers union that is hell-bent on getting some demands out of this and some money out of this or some kind of influence out of this and are going to push teachers into the fear of being back in a classroom and how you cannot do it because your life is in danger, where all the evidence points to exactly the opposite. I'll give you the receipts, so you'll have the numbers and you'll see for yourself. And this show today, it looks as if is going to be dedicated to all the disinformation that is out there and how we not only want the truth, we demand the truth. We demand to know what is going on behind closed doors and pull back veils. But we also want to call out the people, the individuals, those that are continuing to perpetuate lies and are continuing to put information out there without vetting it, without finding out the truth behind it, because you have such an agenda and zeal to make sure that this president does not win this election, that you have no problem putting out propaganda from other countries, we come to find out last night. It's something we talked about yesterday. So there's going to be a lot of disinformation talk today and trying to get the truth to you instead. How's that sound? Does that sound okay, Jake the Millennial? As you've stretched, now you can speak. You can just give me a yes or no. Are you okay with that? Can we talk about that this morning? Good. There's no mic on. You have to turn the mic on. You're talking, but it's not on. There you go.
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right. Good. Anytime you want to contribute to this fine program, as some have called it, 239-479-5592. If you would like my election picks, you can text the word vote right now to 239-479-5592 for those that have gone out early or getting ready to go out and vote early, those that want to get that vote in. And for those that are planning on going on Election Day, if you would like my thoughts on some of the bigger races that you've asked about, I've got a little list. So again, just text the word vote to 239-479-5592. Williams in the Cape is saying induced hysteria. The science doesn't support it. Yeah, if we're talking about COVID, we're going to get to the former president of the United States. That guy who, in 2008, we're told, and we witnessed 75, 100, 200, 1 million people showing up for Barack Obama rallies. Until 8 years later, they find out who he really is and what he actually did. And then we come to find out that nobody wants to show up. He was walking around the streets of Philadelphia and nobody noticed. No, I'm not kidding. I mean, but he was out and talking to individuals yesterday, and you got to hear what he said. Did you know, for example, that it is once again the lie being perpetrated that it was Barack Obama's fantastic economy that we witnessed pre-pandemic, and it was just Donald Trump taking the credit? I mean, you got some kind of stones on you if you're walking around telling everybody that it was your economy and Donald Trump is the one that is benefiting from it. And you continue to do that, and people are like, yeah, it's true. That Barack Obama, he doesn't lie. Not once would he say anything about a lie or do anything to hurt this country at all.
The Uranium One scandal.
The IRS targeting scandal.
The Clinton Foundation. Fusion GPS dossier.
Benghazi. Hillary Clinton email case.
Sergeant Bo Bergdahl. Remember him?
Yeah, but you can't come up with any other ones. So anyway, okay, sorry. I digress. 239-479-5592. All right, where am I going with this? Let's get going. All right, I got to stop. Let's focus. Focus, everybody. Focus, people. Focus. Sorry, I'm feisty today. So, just before I retire for the evening, I get a text from somebody saying you need to revisit and check out the interwebs if you can find it about the Director of National Intelligence, John Ratcliffe, and FBI Director Christopher Wray announcing that there are some people working to undermine the integrity of the 2020 election. And I thought, really, what's going on? It was a major announcement that they wanted to make to the American people. So as I do, I said, all right, well, let's find out. What did DNI Ratcliffe have to say?
We would like to alert the public that we have identified that 2 foreign actors, Iran and Russia, have taken specific actions to influence public opinion relating to our elections.
Oh, boy. Really? All right. So we have some foreign interference that has been discovered by the FBI and the intelligence community. And DNI Ratcliffe, the Director of National Intelligence, says, okay, you know what? Let's get this information out. Let's let the American people know what's happening.
First, we have confirmed that some voter registration information has been obtained by Iran and separately by Russia. This data can be used by foreign actors to attempt to communicate false information to registered voters that they hope will cause confusion, sow chaos, and undermine your confidence in American democracy.
Really? Okay, I'm trying to think. Has there been an example recently of this?
To that end, we have already seen Iran sending spoofed emails designed to intimidate voters, incite social unrest, and damage President Trump.
I think I know what he's talking about. We need to go back. Way back in time to yesterday. Remember we were talking about the Wink News story that came out of CBS News? Emails threatening Florida voters to vote for Trump or else linked to overseas servers. Dozens of voters in a heavily Democratic county in Florida and across several states reported receiving emails Thursday appearing to come from a right-wing group threatening to, quote, come after them unless they vote for President Trump. Remember that from yesterday? Remember that report? Remember the Proud Boys were the point of discussion? As a matter of fact, it was Wink that reported that Proud Boys say they aren't responsible for the email threats to Florida Democratic voters. Proud Boys are like, why are you even talking about us? And that email that was there that CBS News put out from Proud Boys. Hey, we want to let you know it's from us. Subject, vote for Trump or else. We're in possession of all your information, email, address, telephone, everything. You're currently registered as a Democrat, and we know this because we've gained access into the entire voting infrastructure. You'll vote for Trump on Election Day or we'll come after you. Change your party affiliation to Republican to let us know you've received our message and we'll comply. We will know which candidate you voted for. I will take this seriously. I would take this seriously if I were you. That was the email that was sent out. That was the text emails that went to individuals. We talked about it yesterday. Rich Kolko, safety and security expert, Wink News, is going to come in here. He was in here yesterday talking about it. And I was like, hold on a second. Okay, there are some sketchy things in this. Change your party affiliation to Republican? Hey, can you do that right now? Can you walk in and go, hey, before I vote, can I change my party affiliation? Because I've had a change of heart. It just came to my mind. What? Yes, go ahead.
What difference does that make anyway?
Okay, well, that's the point. If you're a foreign actor who has very little clue as to what is going on with our presidential elections and our election process and how it works, shouldn't that be something that would be like, red flag, hello? And apparently for the intelligence community, maybe it was. But here's my point. This is the point. This is what is so frustrating to me. Yes, we'll have Rich Kolko, who has been looking into this, somebody who worked for 21 years for the FBI, a safety and security expert, to give us the insight on how they discovered this, and we'll get to that. But here's my issue. Do you know how many people push this narrative? Do you know how many times this went out? That the Proud Boys were trying to stop Democrats from voting for Joe Biden and to vote for Donald Trump instead or else? Do you know how many people push this story? Do you know how many people went out and tweeted this? Do you know the Lincoln Project? You know, the conservatives that are the never-Trumpers that hate Donald Trump and pretty much must hate the country, because if they feel like they should vote side with Joe Biden, then you must hate the country if you want to go that direction. You would rather have the American people vote for Joe Biden than vote for Donald Trump. That's how much you despise him. You're nuts. And you're telling us that you're, these staunch conservatives. No, you're not. But the Lincoln Project was pushing this. The never-Trumpers out there helping to push this narrative. Oh, well, guess what happened? The FBI confirmed that Iran sent the fake emails posing as Proud Boys to help Joe Biden, so that people like the Lincoln Project and others and these left-wing accounts would spread the Iranian disinformation meant to assist Biden. You useful idiots. That's what you are. And by the way, in all the pushing of the Proud Boys by the Lincoln Project and all the tweets that went out, they decided to delete it. Yeah, oh no, I don't see here if it's deleted, you'll never see it again. Yeah, there's no looking back now. You'll never. Media did exactly what Iran knew they would do. They assumed fake Proud Boys emails were real, then used them to attack Trump, a senior intelligence official told The Federalist in light of the announcement last night. Following the announcement, mainstream media reporters, including PBS White House correspondents and MSNBC contributor Yamiche Alcindor, continued peddling the Iran line. They continue. They don't stop. They don't stop. Proud Boys domain used to send threatening emails to Democrat voters in Florida, Arizona, and Pennsylvania, according to the Washington Post. This is why I'm so upset this morning, and this is why you should be upset this morning, and this is why more than ever you should make sure that it's not just about you getting out to vote. But you need to tell every single neighbor, you need to tell every single friend, you need to make sure that everybody is going out to vote, because this is what's up for grabs right now. You're going to have individuals that will win on the other side, on the left, that will believe that the tactics that they use today and siding with foreign actors like Iran and disinformation works, and that they're siding with that disinformation or agreeing with that disinformation, continuing to push disinformation, pushing their own disinformation for their own ends, which is Orange Man bad and we hate him and we want him out, is now in the United States of America an accepted option to get what you want. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Let me say that once again, because I have to make this clear. Follow what I'm saying to you. If you have a child who continuously lies to you, and every time they lie, it works, they'll never stop lying. It will be the way that they get the ends that they desire. If a left-wing media, if left-wing entities, if never Trump crazies believe that helping to push a narrative, even though they understand it's coming from a foreign actor, but the ends justify the means, it doesn't matter. If they find out that ultimately at the end of the day, that this will allow them to get what they desire, which is the president of the United States out of office, do you think that they'll stop? Do you think that it'll go away? Or do you think that they may continue to do it? And I'm so upset this morning because I want to see where the local stories from news media, I want to see the state media, I want to see the national media putting the same attention to the stories that have been confirmed by individuals in places like Kansas City that we talked about yesterday, where people were targeting those that had lawn signs on, knowing that those were Republicans voting for the president, or they were just people that were going to support the president, that they were warning them to make sure that their insurance was up to date because they were going to, well, let's just say if a fire came along, it would be a shame. Those kind of real threats that were happening and the connection that was not foreign actors, but local individuals, crazies, that those kind of threats were never put out there against Trump supporters. We never heard about that, but dang it. Did we get that Proud Boy story fast? Man, did they run with that quickly. Man, did we put that up fast and not even, and to the end here, which is trying to get rid of this president, which is what they want, not even worrying about what DNI Ratcliffe said, not even caring about the fact that we now find out that the government has concluded that Iran was behind these threatening emails. And you still have people from the New York Times and MSNBC and others linking to disinformation on Twitter and from the Lincoln Project and continuing to do it, even though they know this from the intelligence community. Now, on the other side of that is something else that's very important. Who do you trust? Who do you trust? You have a House Select Committee that went out of its way yesterday. The House Homeland Security Committee went out of its way yesterday to say something that we're going to take a break. And when I come back, I'm going to talk quickly about this, but then we got to move on because Barack Obama's all over the map yesterday. And I got to play some of that audio. You just have to hear it. You can't believe it. But the House Homeland Security Committee took a side in this. Representatives from across the country took a side in this discussion. And in taking a side showed how not only is the disinformation working, but the seeds of distrust have been planted and the hatred for this president is sick. Like crazy. Sick. Got some twisted individuals out there. All right. 239-479-5592. Boy, did I run long. I'm sorry. I'm just a little feisty this morning. Hey, if you hate that, let me know. 239-479-5592. Maybe you want to comment yourself on some of what we've discussed. Maybe I'm missing something. Or maybe you just want to text the word vote to 239-479-5592 if you care about my election picks. There we go. All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
This Fox News Business Report is presented by Big Island Builders, whose reputation for quality homes at a fair price is unsurpassed in Naples.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
ExxonMobil's chief executive warns job cuts are coming for employees in the U.S. and Canada as the pandemic takes a heavy toll on the industry. Demand for crude has fallen drastically as businesses and people work remotely or not at all. The White House gets closer to issuing guidelines on artificial intelligence. The aim is to foster growth while controlling the industry. As the film world's Terminator might say, look out, Skynet. The short-form streaming service Quibi is shutting down barely 6 months after going live. Its subscriber platform failed to gain steam as it competed with free apps like TikTok. And a down day on Wall Street. The Dow lost 98 points. I'm Carmen Roberts. That's your Fox Business Report, invested in you.
Today, everyone is expecting you to maintain a new level of clean, from customers and employees to students and staff. Cintas has the essential products and services to help you carry out cleaning protocols effectively. We'll keep you well stocked with cleaning supplies, professionally laundered uniforms, and other essentials like face masks, hand sanitizer, and thermometers. Give everyone the confidence they need to keep coming back. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The antidote to the anti-conservatives. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
This is a scam by the Democrats.
Let's try this again. It's Trump versus Biden.
You have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. Follow this and all of the presidential debates brought to you by the Floormeisters in Naples, where smart shoppers cast their vote for quality flooring every day.
Move it up here. You know...
Make America great again.
Trump versus Biden. Face-to-face, yet socially distanced. Thursday, only on 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Rockstar Harley will pay your sales tax promotion on any pre-owned Harley this week only.
All right, let's cut the crap. You know it and I know it. Rockstar Harley doesn't intend on paying or avoiding your sales tax.
Sales tax is the amount of your discount on any pre-owned Harley. Rockstar Harley is Florida's #1 volume Harley dealer with over 500 Harleys on site. You don't need perfect credit, don't need a cash down payment, and 100% of all credit applications considered. Every pre-owned Harley discounted by your sales tax at Rockstar Harley now through Sunday.
Son, get in the car.
No, Dad, not your car. It smells horrid and it looks awful. I'm scared, Dad. I'm really scared.
Galliana Kia in Fort Myers will get you out of your scary old car and into a 2020 Kia Forte LXS lease for just $49 per month. Yes, $49 a month for a new car. We've got to sell so many new Kias, it's scary. So we've slashed our prices to the bone. New 2020 Kia Rio LX, just $13,990. New Kia Sorento LX V6, $8,000 off. Select models with interest-free financing for 75 months. Is your credit dreadful? Galliana Kia isn't afraid of your bad credit. 2020 Kia Rio, $13,990. New Kia Fortes, $49 per month.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com. 24 month lease, 12,000 miles per year, $39.99 due at selling plus tax, title, dealer, and acquisition fee. 0 security deposit with lender approval expires month then.
You might not be a rock star, professional athlete, or captain of industry, but when ERD Transportation picks you up for that special appointment or trip to the airport, you'll know you've arrived. With room to stretch in a meticulously maintained black Suburban Premier, you'll forget to notice the professional, friendly driver there to make your personal transportation experience exceptional. Call 239-300-3388. That's 239-300-3388. And let ERD Transportation give you that perfect ride.
Are your health insurance premiums making you sick? Tim Cooper at Health Plan Network can help. Tim has helped countless individuals and families here in the Fort Myers area save 30 to 60% on health insurance with superior coverage. Tim recently saved a family of 4 $800 a month on their health insurance with a lower deductible. If you're uninsured, recently lost your job, on COBRA, or paying extreme rates for Obamacare or your work coverage, Tim will help you understand your options. If you meet the flexible guidelines for coverage, Health Plan Network will provide you with the best coverage at the lowest rates. Their goal is to give you peace of mind and the utmost in healthcare. Go to healthplannetwork.net and see for yourself. Or better yet, call Tim, an expert with 23 years of experience, at 239-268-6712. That's 239-268-6712. Go to healthplannetwork.net. That's healthplannetwork.net, a premium personalized plan managed and designed by you, not the government.
The team at Best Home Services understands that this is a time of much uncertainty and much unknown. With this uncertainty comes feelings of fear and panic. Please know that we are here for you, today, tomorrow, and into the future as we move forward together, safely and comfortably. We are all in this together, and as stewards of our community, we promise to continue to provide you the services needed to keep you and your family safe. You are not alone. Best Home Services, our family protecting your family.
Trust means that you are reliable and honest every single day.
Trust Chris Safadi.
I want to make sure that every individual person can rely on us.
Trust Lois Tomey.
I love this community. It's something I take so much responsibility for.
Trust Jim Farrell.
My responsibility to the viewer is to be me, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to hype anything. Wink News has been trustworthy since 1954. It's earned day by day.
Weeknights on Wink News at 6.
Whatever you need us for, we're here.
To help an old friend.
Why do you want us here?
I think she's back. Sam and Dean will relive a childhood nightmare.
The Baba Yaga?
The Baba Yaga. A witch feeds on fears using hallucinations.
And this witch...
She plays with people.
I had nightmares about that for the longest time.
Won't go quietly. Supernatural, followed by Outpost, all new tonight on the CW.
Tonight starting at 8 on WXCW. Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Kirsten Delgado with Wink News. New details on a shooting that happened at a 7-Eleven along MLK on October 7th. The Fort Myers Police Department says they found the victim, 32-year-old Darrell Williams, on the ground with multiple gunshot wounds. He's going to recover. Friends of Williams say they were outside the Royal Palm Garden Apartments when the shooting happened. No word yet on any arrests. Sanibel has a new fire chief after investigation into wrongdoing. Sanibel Fire Chief Matt Scott resigned after he was accused of giving a CPR card to his wife who did not complete the course. The investigation found Lisa Scott's card was about to expire and she needed a new one so she could keep working for Lee County EMS. Deputy Fire Chief William Briscoe, who served as an interim chief, will replace Scott permanently. The leaves may not be changing colors here in Florida, but the license plates are, and that means season is starting. Even though this season is in the middle of a pandemic, some snowbirds say they are not letting that stop them from coming to the Sunshine State. Businesses say they're already seeing boosts in sales, but not everyone is flocking here right away. Some people did tell us their friends who normally come down earlier are waiting just a little bit to make sure it's safe to do so. I'm Kirsten Delgado, Wink News Now.
Wink News traffic.
Busy traffic on Davis Road heading north towards Iona. Also traffic busy in the Cape. Southbound on Oasis heading to Beach Parkway. Northbound delays on Nelson heading towards Diplomat Parkway. So if you're heading northbound, you can stick to Chiquita if you want the quieter option. That trip to the Minute Traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, we have the opportunity for some pop-up passing rain scattered across our area. It will be hit or miss, some dry, others soak. A high temperature of 87 degrees and breezy with a mixture of sunshine and clouds. And really for at least the next 2 days, most of our rain chances will be by the afternoon and evening scattered across our area. Temps in the mid to upper 80s. Keep that in mind all the way into the weekend as we almost flirt with 90 as we start next week with a few more areas of rain. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Plug into the power. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
It's Fred Kobe at Kobe Cooling, and on behalf of the entire Kobe family. In light of Rush Limbaugh's recent diagnosis and determination of a terminal disease, the Kobes wish to send Rush prayers and hope that God will reach out with his blessed hands and encompass the entire Rush Limbaugh family. We love Rush, and we advertise on this channel partly because of Rush. We've spent thousands and thousands of hours listening to some of the funniest, most informative commentation in history, and we're proud to be a really small part of that. I ask that everybody in the community extend prayers to the Rush Limbaugh family and to Rush himself, the most listened to radio station in the history of our planet, and just one of the greatest guys in our country. God bless you, Rush, and Godspeed, and I hope God's healing hand reaches you.
Son, get in the car.
No, Dad, not your car. It smells horrid and it looks awful. I'm scared, Dad. I'm really scared.
Galliana Kia in Fort Myers will get you out of your scary old car and into a 2020 Kia Forte LXS lease for just $49 per month. Yes, $49 a month for a new car. We've got to sell so many new Kias, it's scary. So we've slashed our prices to the bone. New 2020 Kia Rio LX, just $13,990. New Kia Sorento LX V6, $8,000 off. Select models with interest-free financing for 75 months. Is your credit dreadful? Galliana Kia isn't afraid of your bad credit. 2020 Kia Rio, $13,990. New Kia Fortes, $49 per month.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com. 24 month lease, 12,000 miles per year, $39.99 US Sunny plus tax title dealer and acquisition fee. 0 security deposit with lender approval expires month 5.
You may not know it, but male performance during intimate moments requires proper blood flow, which only gets worse with age. The result? All men experience some level of performance issues over time, from decreased firmness all the way to chronic ED. At Metro Men's Health, our goal is to provide you with the most effective treatment for performance issues. Years ago, we used to use the same technology as other clinics, but didn't settle for one-size-fits-all treatments or outdated wave technology. Should you? We've developed new patent-pending technology called Linear Piezo Energy Protocol, allowing us to create treatment plans specifically to you. We've helped thousands of men achieve consistent, longer-lasting results, and those results can be yours too. Your condition will only get worse with time. Don't wait. Call Metro Men's Health to schedule your evaluation at 239-599-9900, 239-599-9900, or visit us at metromenshealth.com.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
For the first time in more than 50 years, Charlie Brown's holiday specials will not be broadcast on network TV.
Good grief.
Oh, good grief.
Good grief, man. Good grief. Good grief.
Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about?
Whoa. All right. Yeah, just in case you didn't know, the Peanuts holiday special, they usually have the Thanksgiving or the Halloweens with a Great Pumpkin and all of that, and a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving and a Charlie Brown Christmas. So they're not going to be airing it anymore. 35 years they've been doing this. And they started in 1965, and they've been running it every year. And then I guess ABC started to pick it up, and so now it's only going to be what on Apple Plus. Like you have to have an Apple subscription to see it. Like they're just gonna a couple. So
what? Apple bought a generations long tradition.
Is that what you're telling me? It's unbelievable. I tell you, this is an outrage. A couple of things about this. I mean, politically, there's something to it, and I'll explain in a second. But for example, in a little inside Drew Steele baseball, here you go. Vince Guaraldi is the individual who plays the piano. All the music that you heard in the background, Christmas time, all that. We listen to Vince Guaraldi music every day in my house. No joke. Right now, as soon my son will be up probably in the next hour or so, when the music in the Steele household goes on, it will be Vince Guaraldi. We listen to it at dinner time. We listen to it in the afternoon. We listen to it all the time. It is in my house. So constantly there are little drips and drabs of the Christmas music. But, you know, he did have a trio. It's kind of like smooth jazz. My son loves Sammy Davis Jr. It's a whole long story. But anyway, that's what's going on in the house. But Vince Guaraldi music is constantly playing. So there's a soft spot in my heart for the Charlie Brown and the Peanuts gang and the music and you know, for me, it's a big deal. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, you know, I was wondering when there might be a time where I'm not saying that Apple is doing this. I'm not saying that anybody is doing this. I'm not saying this is happening. But you do realize that in a Charlie Brown Christmas, you know, Linus does step up to the stage to explain to everybody what the true meaning of Christmas is. Did you know that? And you know, he reads a verse out of the Bible. Did you know that? It was, I think it was Luke, if I'm not mistaken. 239-479-5592. Go ahead, Jake. You can Google it and find out. I could be wrong, but so I was wondering what year it would be and how it would work where Charlie Brown Christmas was probably not going to be something that would be aired on. Am I right? Okay. Was not going to be aired, and how that portion of it is going to have to be, yeah. I'm not saying that that's the reason, but look, it's when traditions go away, people get upset. When traditions go away because it's politics, I'm not saying that's what this is, but I'm saying in general, if it's political, that really stinks, I'll just say. And then when, you know, Joe Biden is out there on the campaign trail. Oh, no, he's not really. He's in the basement. When Barack Obama's out there on the campaign trail for Joe Biden and starts to say some incredible lies, it is unfortunate. We're going to get to some of that audio coming up in just a second. 239-479-5592. Hey, we are about 7 or 8 minutes away from Drew's College of Political Knowledge for questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. And we have a $50 gift certificate to Mel's Diner. So if you would like to play and you'd like to win, that's in about 7 more minutes. So get ready to call. All right, pivoting away from peanuts and just sticking with the nuts. Here we go. We got a little bit of Joe Biden news out there and Hunter Biden news. You might even want to call him China Joe. China Joe, they call him. Yeah, you know, this might be a little bit of a big deal. It might be something that the president of the United States could and should bring up during the debate tomorrow. Or tonight. Today? Tomorrow? Today? Well, I don't even know what day it is. It's today. It's today. Biden insider claims he was the recipient of the email from Hunter Biden that says he witnessed Joe and Hunter discussing deals. A whistleblower CEO and Biden insider, Tony Bobulinski, released a public statement yesterday backing up the reporting of the New York Post. You know, the same New York Post that you can't find any articles from on Twitter because Twitter has banned them from being able to post anything on Twitter. Seems odd. Why would you do that? I don't know. Claiming that he personally witnessed Democrat presidential nominee, former Vice President Joe Biden discussing business deals with his son Hunter Biden. Sources familiar with the matter told Breitbart that Bobulinski is the person whose allegations and inside information are the centerpiece of a forthcoming investigation by the Wall Street Journal. That Wall Street Journal story has not been published yet. Several days after the paper's staff indicated to some people that the piece was going to come up, it's unclear why the Journal didn't publish it. But the president hinted on a conference call earlier this week that such a story was coming. Why not? Maybe because there's brand new information. You got China Joe out there. Oh, come on. My name is Toby Bobulinski. The facts set forth below are true and accurate. They are not from any form or domestic or foreign disinformation. Any suggestion to the contrary is false and offensive. I am the recipient of the email published several days ago by the New York Post, which showed a copy of Hunter Biden and Rob Walker. The email is genuine. The email includes a note that Hunter has some office expectations. He will elaborate. Proposed equity split between 20 for H and 10 held by H for the big guy, with no further details, the big guy probably being Joe Biden. Oh, and also, the Wall Street Journal opinion piece wants to let you know that China is involved as well. You know, the emails regarding Hunter Biden's business in Ukraine has been widely reported. But as intriguing is a May 2017 email thread that includes a discussion about remuneration packages for 6 people as part of a business deal with a now defunct Chinese energy titan, CEFC China Energy. The Chinese company was international news a few years ago after the U.S. government charged the CEFC-funded organization with money laundering, and its CEO was detained by Chinese authorities. CNN reported in 2018 that at its height, CEFC was, quote, hard to distinguish from Chinese government. According to the emails, both Bidens were in line in 2017 to benefit from a deal with CEFC. One email appears to identify Hunter Biden as chair, vice chair, depending on an agreement with CEFC. It also refers to financial payments in terms of, like I said, 20 for H, 10 held by H for the big guy. Fox News confirmed the veracity of the email and saying that the big guy is Joe Biden. So now we've got money laundering, we've got Chinese business dealings, we've got skimming off the top, we got some shady people, everybody. The question becomes, number one, does the media run with it? Do they care about it? Is it the most important thing that the president should bring up from now until Election Day? Maybe not. But it could be a large portion of it. Oh, let me see if I could find this audio. Our friend Dan Bongino on Hannity's show last night. Do I have this? Because I talked to him about this the other day. It was pretty funny. Why not have the president bring receipts? Why not have the president bring props to the debate? I got to see if I can find that audio from Dan. Oh, here it is. All right. Check this out.
Read out the case number, Sean, because the case number is 272D. 272 is the FBI 3-letter designation for money laundering. D means transnational. And then BA is short for the Baltimore field office. And he should ask him, he should say, you know, why would your son be involved in a money laundering investigation? Does that have anything to do with the big guy? Does that have anything to do with allegations that money, potentially billions of dollars, was shuttled through Cyprus and Latvia and Privat Bank that may have wound up somewhere near someone in your family? He should also bring the signed receipt for Hunter Biden, who turned over the computer to the store and signed his name to it. And he should say, whose signature is this, Joe? You want to go on the record? Again, I'm not kidding. If they're going to mute his mic, at least President Trump has props.
So there's Dan Bongino last night on Hannity going, hey, look, bring props. Bring a piece of paper and show everybody and describe exactly what Dan said. Read out the case number. Note the designations. Note the money laundering investigation. Note the signature there at the laptop shop. His signature and handing over the laptop and ask the question, what is this? Now, the only problem with that is, will the moderator allow him to ask the question and not be someone who is going to side with Democrats, which you know the answer to this already, and stop him from even suggesting it? And why not bring the props? Why not show it? All right. Somebody texted, if Peanuts started in 1965, that's a lot longer than 35 years. Oh, I know it. No, I guess what I was saying is that it started in 65. All right, here. The Christmas special was the first airing on CBS in 65. CBS ran the specials, you know, the Great Pumpkin and Thanksgiving for 35 years. Then ABC had the rights, and they picked it up from 2001 to 2019. So, wanted to clarify. All right, I'm looking at the time, and we don't have enough time to go to the calls just yet. But we got Mike and Josh and Dave. Stay there. We'll get to your calls coming up. Because right now, it's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you were in a PhD. Let's take caller number 9 at 239-479-5592. Caller 9 will play Drew's College, and you will win a $50 gift certificate to Mel's Diner. Some great food for you. $50 gift certificate for caller number 9, and you get to play Drew's College next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along with traffic. Here's Sabrina Katz.
Very busy morning on I-75 this morning, especially on Alligator Alley heading over to the East Coast, but we're still crash-free, so that's some good news. Traffic slowing in Collier on the East Trail heading towards Rattlesnake from Davis. Also delays on Livingston southbound heading towards Immokalee Road. As far as Estero goes, we are busy on Corkscrew heading east of US 41 towards I-75. In Fort Myers, normal delays on Daniels Parkway to the interstate. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
87 degrees as we look ahead to your Thursday. Another warm and breezy day, mixture of sunshine and clouds, as we do have the opportunity for some passing scattered rain, hit or miss, across southwest Florida. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Rush Limbaugh. When the Senate Judiciary Committee finished their Amy Coney Barrett hearings, progressives melted down when Democrat ranking member Dianne Feinstein hugged the chairman, Lindsey Graham, and praised him for conducting a fair hearing. Livid Democrats called for her head. They fumed. The committee Democrats didn't put up much of a fight to stop Judge Barrett. Progressives demanded that Democrat leaders conduct an intervention and throw her elderly ass off the committee. Now, less than a week later, The Hill reports that the dump DiFi effort is going nowhere. The entire Senate Democrat caucus would have to vote her out, and the votes just aren't there. Such a move would require Chuck U. Schumer's blessing, and he does not have the guts to go after DiFi. Ain't no way. Dick Turbin, who'd be in line for her job, says he's not interested. If Democrats win the Senate, Turbin wants to be a leader, number 2 guy behind Chuck U. So once again, progressives have challenged the Democrat Party old guard, and they've come up with the losing hand. These young Democrats get a lot of press attention. They generate headlines, but when the rubber meets the road, or Jeffrey Toobin, they've kicked to the curb, and they've thrown under the bus, and they're ignored by the elderly statesmen who run the party. And that's life. The up-and-comers are never given power. They're going to have to win it, just like elsewhere in life. More than 75% of identity theft victims who had accounts opened in their name did not find out that they had been victimized from their bank or credit card company. Don't be like them. Get LifeLock identity theft protection. LifeLock sees certain threats that you could miss if you're only monitoring your credit and bank statements. Plus, if you are a victim of identity theft, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist dedicated to your case will work to fix it. Now, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock looks out for you. They constantly monitor transactions in the billions each week, looking for evidence your identity's been stolen and is being used without your permission. Join LifeLock now. Save 25% off your first year. Call 800-440-4833. Go to LifeLock.com. Use my name, Rush, as the promo code. That's LifeLock.com, promo code RUSH, for 25% off.
Tougher than plastic, harder than wood. Nothing beats the power of steel. True Steel. Weekday mornings at 6 on 92.5 Fox News.
This is a scam by the Democrats.
Let's try this again. It's Trump versus Biden.
You have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Hey, it's True Steel. Follow this and all of the presidential debates brought to you by the Floormeisters in Naples, where smart shoppers cast their vote for quality flooring every day.
Move it up here. You know,
make America great again.
Trump versus Biden. Face to face, yet socially distanced. Thursday, Only on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Joe Biden openly admitted his plan to violate our Second Amendment rights.
To gun owners out there who say, well, a Biden administration means they're going to come for my guns.
Bingo, you're right.
Obama and Biden spent years trying to violate our Second Amendment rights. As president, Biden and his radical running mate Kamala Harris would finish the job. New taxes on gun owners, buyback programs, strict new regulations on firearms that would trample our constitutional rights and make our families less safe. While Antifa terrorizes our cities and radical leftists call to defund the police, Biden would enact unconstitutional gun control measures, making it harder than ever to defend yourself.
Bingo, you're right.
Your family and your constitutional Second Amendment rights won't be safe in Joe Biden's America.
I'm Donald Trump, candidate for president, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Donald J. Trump for President, Inc.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
Tommy's in Cape Coral. Tommy!
Good morning, Drew.
Good morning, Tommy. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD or associate's degree question, sir, starts right now. Hey, Tommy, can you name the 2 senators here in the state of Florida? You know who they are, right? It's pretty simple. It's
Rubio and, who's the other one?
Yeah, that guy.
I'll take a help on this one.
This isn't a phone a friend show. We don't do that here. You can't phone a friend. You can't ask Jake. You just gotta. It's Rick Scott. Scott, that guy. Rick Scott. Rick Scott's the other one.
Oh, the bald-headed dude.
The bald-headed dude. Can we accept that as an answer?
Ex-governor.
No. Yeah. Yes. All right.
Come on, Jake.
No, Jake's I gotta ding you for that. I had to tell you. All right. Well, let's move to this one. All right. CDC. We hear about the CDC. What does the D in CDC stands for?
Disease.
That is correct, sir. All right. Got an associate's.
Fauci.
Yeah. All right. Easy. We got an associate's. We'll see if we get a bachelor's on this question. Two Hillary Clinton questions. Which state was she a senator from? Remember, she was a senator?
New York.
Yeah, that's correct. All right, so you got a bachelor's, and then we'll see if you get a master's degree on this question. When she ran for president, who was her running mate?
Oh,
I hate to do this to you.
Hold on.
Wait, no time. No Google machine.
I can't Google. I'm driving a big truck.
Okay, well don't
let me see. Yeah. Shout out to Rich. Let's see, Clinton and oh my goodness, I cannot believe it.
Yeah, neither can I. Not really. That's a tough one. It's a tough one. That's that's what happens when you really don't care that much. It's a Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine. Remember Tim Kaine? Not many people do.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that.
No, not many people would. So it's okay.
He was a nobody.
Yeah, well, that's some people say that. All right, well, congratulations. You got yourself a bachelor's degree today on Drew's College, and you got a $50 gift certificate to Mel's Diner. What a great place to eat. So congratulations to you. And stay
love
there.
The show, man.
Well, we love you back.
I voted, just to let you know.
Yeah, well, good. And tell some friends to go as well. Get some people voting with you. All right. By the way, I'd love to know how you did today on Drew's College. You should let us know what degree you got. Just text us, 239-479-5592.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Trust means that you are reliable and honest every single day.
Trust Chris Safadi.
I want to make sure that every individual person can rely on us.
Trust Lois Tomey.
I love this community. It's something I take so much responsibility for.
Trust Jim Farrell.
My responsibility to the viewer is to be me, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to hype anything. Wink News has been trustworthy since 1954. It's earned day by day.
Weeknights on Wink News at 6.
Whatever you need us for, we're here.
To help an old friend.
Why do you want us here?
I think she's back.
Sam and Dean will relive a childhood nightmare.
The Baba Yaga?
The Baba Yaga. A witch feeds on fears using hallucinations.
And this witch...
She plays with people.
I had nightmares about that for the longest time.
Won't go quietly. Supernatural, followed by Outpost, all new tonight on the CW.
Tonight starting at 8 on WXCW.
Jeep Adventure Days, going on now at Galliana Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Lowest prices ever on over 1,500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles. All new Jeep Gladiator Overland lease, $399 per month. Grand Cherokee Limited or Ram Bighorn Crew Cab, lease for just $299 per month. That's right, loaded luxurious Grand Cherokee Limited or award-winning Ram trucks. Your choice, just $299 per month. Plus at Galliana Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you can drive payment-free for 3 months, interest-free for 6 years, and worry-free up to 100,000 miles. And our parts service and body shop are open to serve you. Jeep Adventure Days, featuring Ram Bighorn Crew Cabs and Grand Cherokee Limited for $299 per month at Galliana Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
42 monthly lease, 10,000 miles per year, $32.94 due at signing plus tax, title, 0 security deposit, $13.88 per month per thousand bar for 72 months at 0% APR with 0 down with lender approval. Offers don't combine.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Kirsten Delgado with Wink News. A slew of ballots you turned in for the election won't get counted. The Lee County Supervisor of Elections Office telling us the votes are being disqualified, and here's why. They say voters are filling in the circle for a candidate, then lower in the same race, writing in that candidate's name and filling in the circle. That cancels out your vote. Today, Collier County will discuss whether you still need to wear a mask in public. Commissioners are once again debating the mask issue and will discuss whether it's time to drop the mandate. Some businesses we spoke to say the rule is killing their bottom line. The meeting is at 3 today. The Lee County School District says they canceled Cypress Lake's Friday game against LaBelle due to unforeseen circumstances. This comes as the Hendry County School District reports one positive case of coronavirus and a LaBelle High School student. 67 other students are quarantining. 7 teachers are also having to quarantine as well. I'm Kirsten Delgado, Wink News Now.
Wink News traffic.
Very busy morning on I-75 this morning, especially on Alligator Alley heading over to the East Coast, but we're still crash-free, so that's some good news. Traffic slowing in Collier on the East Trail heading towards Rattlesnake from Davis. Also delays on Livingston southbound heading towards Immokalee Road. As far as Estero goes, we are busy on Corkscrew heading east of US 41 towards I-75. In Fort Myers, normal delays on Daniels Parkway to the interstate. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, we have the opportunity for some pop-up passing rain scattered across our area. It will be hit or miss, some dry, others soak. A high temperature of 87 degrees and breezy with a mixture of sunshine and clouds. And really for at least the next 2 days, most of our rain chances will be by the afternoon and evening scattered across our area. Temps in the mid to upper 80s. Keep that in mind all the way into the weekend as we almost flirt with 90 as we start next week with a few more areas of rain. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Drive the lefties at work crazy with the facts. Get up to speed mornings with Drew Steele. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
Hey, what do you want to da-da-da?
I don't know. What do y'all think we should da-da-da?
Well, what did we da yesterday?
Yesterday.
All the dots feel like the same da these days.
I know.
Like, is today Monday or Tuesday?
Today is Thursday.
Oh no, I forgot to call my mom on her birthday.
Oh no!
No!
These days, nothing is normal and everything is weird. But you could still save big when you switch to Progressive. That won't change. Not today or any day.
Quote today at Progressive.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Lovin' Mel's Spectacular Shrimp Fest?
We're bringing back good times and great food.
Now Mel's Diner gives you more to love because the Shrimp Fest continues with everything from shrimp tacos and sandwiches to fabulous Shrimp Fest dinners. How about a shrimp and bacon grilled cheese sandwich with fries and coleslaw? $10.99. Shrimp fajitas, teriyaki shrimp and steak, Cajun shrimp, blackened shrimp, and more starting at $10.99. If you want to take a break from shrimp, Mel's famous Braveheart Black Angus cheeseburger platter, $7.99. Barbecue ribs, $12.99. The best prime rib, $13.99, including all the fixins. You always get the real deal at Mel's Diner. Open 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day with takeout, delivery, and thoughtful indoor dining. The spectacular Shrimp Fest is happening now at family-owned, locally famous, and Florida's favorite for decades. It's Mel's Diner.
Hi, my name is Jay, president of Big Island Builders. You know, I come from a long line of builders. In fact, I can still remember my first day on the job, working for my dad. I thought because I was the boss's son that I would start out in a construction trailer, looking over plans all day. Well, to my surprise, he handed me a shovel and he said, start digging. And that's exactly what I did. He made me learn every aspect of the building process by doing it. So if that's the kind of builder that you're looking for, look no further than Big Island Builders. BigIslandBuilders.com. Hi, my name is Jay, president of Big Island Builders. We live in a day and age where it seems like no one wants to take responsibility for their actions, especially in the construction industry. If an issue comes up in the building process, it always seems to be someone else's fault. Well, you won't hear that from us. We build a top-quality custom home, and we do it for a fair price. 239-262-6867.
I taught my children and grandchildren about stranger danger, trying to protect them from strangers who may wish them harm. But now I find myself thinking that is good advice for people my age, especially those in assisted living or nursing home facilities during this election season. We need to protect our rights and our votes, and that means protecting our ballots from strangers. The best way to do that is to vote in person, but if we must use an absentee ballot, we need to be sure no one tampers with it or fills it out for us, and we should mail it in ourselves. If you suspect that someone is trying to stop you or a family member from voting or safely getting their ballot to election officials, you can call the American Constitutional Rights Union Vote Fraud Hotline for help. 877-730-ACRU. That's 877-730-2278. Protect your vote.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie-cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie-cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping clients achieve a comfortable retirement, we're clearly different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch at Drew Steele Radio. Steele with 3 E's. Please subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate it. All right, we got to get right to it. The great Steve Cortez joining us right now on Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News, Trump 2020 campaign senior advisor, and Chalk Talk. I like the Chalk Talk, Steve. I like the board. I love it. I love seeing and hearing. It's good stuff right there. How you doing this morning?
I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, these Chalk Talks have kind of become a thing. I get a lot of praise. They're getting a lot of buzz on our social media platforms. People, I think for a lot of folks, it does remind them of their days in athletics, right? Of having a coach draw something up, drop a play on the board. And in this case, I'm doing it primarily on the economy. It's not always an economic topic. I will tell you this. I'll give you a sneak peek. I'm certainly doing a Chalk Talk this morning, and it's an unfortunate subject. It's about this New York Post, another blockbuster story about China, but I'm going to make sure that I can visually connect the dots of how Hunter Biden was merely the bagman. He's not really the story. The story is about Joe Biden. Joe Biden absolutely sold out our country to communist China, and he was doing it while he was the vice president of the United States, the second most powerful man in this country, in cahoots with the most dangerous enemy that America has in the entire world. It is now confirmed on the record by a man named Tony Bobolinsky, who was part of the dirty deals. He's a Navy veteran. He says he is not very political, but leans Democratic. He has no political axe to grind, and he has given an on-the-record account of his personal knowledge of Joe Biden selling out our country to communist China.
Yeah, well, the first thing I'll start with is my memories of Chalk Talk with coaches were doing push-ups in the corner, but that's a whole other subject. But to your point, it would be nice if, I don't know, I'm just going to throw this out there. It would sure be nice if you could go to, the New York Post's Twitter account to actually see what the Post is putting up. But you can't, because Twitter has made a conscious decision that is so obvious that I believe, and maybe you can comment on this, Steve, that I think is backfiring. I think the more people start to talk about it and hear about what Twitter and big tech is doing to censor places like the New York Post, where they're trying to claim a tabloid. We're not talking about alien babies of politicians or anything. We're talking about the real deal here. That the more people hear about this and see it for themselves, and can go to the New York Post and find out that they haven't posted anything in 8 days or whatever the case may be, that it has to be backfiring, right? Would you agree with that?
Right. Oh, I think it is. I think it's, this is known as the Streisand effect, right? Sometimes when you try to censor something, it will actually backfire on it and give you more attention. But listen, it still doesn't mean that we should in any sense accept the dreadful behavior of Facebook and Twitter in this regard. I mean, let's face it, they are trying to put a curtain in front of Joe Biden to try to protect him, to not allow full transparency, and they're making it very clear that they have a political axe to grind and a political narrative to push. And given that they have effectively social media monopolies, this is a particularly huge issue for our country, one that I hope once President Trump is reelected, he really addresses forcefully in the second term. We have to deal with these big tech monopolies and the incredible power they have. But it also shows you this story, the lengths that the corporate media has gone to try to ignore the story, to ignore the elephant in the room, and the lengths that big tech is going to try to suppress the story.
Yeah.
I think it shows you the key critical importance of the story, right? I mean, this is the story of the campaign so far. Even if they want to ignore it, everybody with a brain knows that. And by the way, thank goodness, tonight in Nashville, Joe Biden is going to have to face the music in the Music City. Donald Trump is going to prosecute the case against him. Doesn't matter if Kristen Welker will do her job or not. Yeah. Donald Trump will prosecute the case. Are you indeed the, quote, big guy, as now confirmed by multiple sources? Fox News already had off-the-record sources. We are on background. We now have on-the-record Navy veteran Tony Bobolinsky putting his name and full statement out there saying, yes, the big guy, quote, big guy in these emails, it is Joe Biden, and he was getting 10% of a dirty deal with the Chinese Communist Party. This is a betrayal of the United States. It is almost certainly a crime. He could not get a job, Joe Biden could not get a job in the cafeteria of a national security agency of this country. Think about that. He couldn't get a job as a custodian at the FBI or NSA building. The idea that he can be the commander-in-chief is frightening.
Yeah. And, you bring up an interesting point, because a lot of people have been asking me, and I talk to people. Our friend Dan Bongino brought up a great point yesterday. Look, the president brings props. Let the president call it out tonight in the debate. Let him take moments in time. I love that idea. I love the idea that he would bring receipts. I love the idea that even though the moderator is going to want to go in a specific direction, I don't have a problem with the president bringing up these very important issues that have to do with national security. Are people compromised? Do we really want this individual to be president of the United States? Are we just going to ignore this? I don't have a problem with him going. I mean,
listen, yeah, I think it's his obligation. I mean, it really is. As our current commander in chief, his first and foremost role is to protect our republic. The idea that we could have somebody sitting behind the Resolute desk who is compromised by the Chinese Communist Party, because here's the thing, Drew, this is what we now know. What do we not know, right? That could be even worse. There's never one cockroach, right? There's never one. So President Trump has, in my view, not only is it correct for him to aggressively press this issue tonight, he has an obligation to do so. He's a patriotic duty to the country to do so. This is explosive, and I don't care what kind of mental gymnastics MSNBC wants to go through, or Kristen Welker, or anybody else out there in corporate media. They tried at first to tell us, this is Russian disinformation. Well, that story absolutely blew up in their face. We know it's not Russian disinformation. We know the emails are real. This story is now 8 days old, by the way, in totality. I mean, it just got massively worse given this new news, given this on-the-record affirmation of what Joe Biden did. But the story has been around for 8 days, and they have yet to refute any of the authenticity of the emails. So we can only reasonably determine that the emails are totally accurate. And now Tony Bobolinsky, again, on the record, tells us they are. Fox News has sources off the record telling us that they are. Look, it's really it's almost simple in a way. This would be like in the days leading up to World War II. The greatest enemy to the United States pre-Pearl Harbor was Imperial Japan. This would be like Harry Truman, who was then vice president to FDR, Harry Truman and his son making a dirty business deal with Imperial Japan and secretly taking money from the sworn enemy of the United States. I mean, that's what this deal is like right now. We're not talking here about even like a standard grift, right? That would be bad enough. But this isn't some Canadian telecom company that's looking for help with an FCC license, okay? This is the Chinese Communist Party.
Right.
Again, the most dangerous adversary we have in the entire world. And by the way, I'd say the second most dangerous, or maybe equally dangerous, is Russia. Hunter Biden was also being paid by Russia.
Yeah.
And we can only assume, given this track record, that Joe Biden probably had his hand out in that case as well. So the two lethal enemies of the United States, there's two countries in the world that, as we speak this morning, they have nuclear missiles that are aimed at American cities. They are Russia and China. And the Biden crime cartel was in business with both of them, and Joe was part of it.
Yeah, no doubt. Before we go, Steve Cortez joining us on Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News, Trump 2020 campaign senior advisor. We're talking about a lot of things that are going on as we get ready for the election day. Excuse me. And I'm going to play a piece of audio. I want you to listen to this audio. It is Barack Obama. It is from yesterday. And I want you to comment on this because there was so much I could pull from Barack Obama's visit to Philadelphia, only because it was kind of surreal watching him standing in front of vehicles, honking at him. And it's almost like, get out of the way. I'm trying to get through the traffic and you're in my way kind of thing. But here was a little piece of audio, a little nugget that I thought was very interesting.
I get that this president wants full credit for the economy he inherited and zero blame for the pandemic that he ignored.
Can I just go to the first part of that?
Right.
Are we really doing this? Is Barack Obama really doing this? He continues.
Yeah.
He really wants us to believe that the president inherited this wonderful economy from the.
And by the way, so two quick stats for comparison. 2019. The last full year before the China virus hit our country was the best year in history for American workers. That's not my opinion. That is a statistic. Wage growth was 6.8% overall, by a mile, an all-time record. The median American household saw $4,300 in wage gains in the year 2019. That is substantially more, about $1,300 more, than the entire 8 years of wage gains under President Obama and Vice President Biden. One more quick stat. They lost, during their 8 years in office, 200,000 manufacturing jobs. They told us they could only come back with a, quote, magic wand. Well, Donald Trump didn't have a magic wand, but he had sound policies, restrained regulation and taxation, as well as smart trade deals. We added 500,000 manufactured jobs in the first 3 years. So the idea that we inherited momentum is ludicrous and factually wrong.
Yeah. I'm sorry, it's funny. To me, it's just funny. Right. And then obviously with the pandemic, you got to stop. Everybody has to stop. There are realities now that people understand. And
Well, and by the way, regarding the pandemic too, I mean, let's surface this Joe issue again of complicity.
Yeah.
It was amazing to me that he called it xenophobic that we banned travel from China. Right. That President Trump took a early and courageous stance, was widely criticized, and Joe Biden called it quote xenophobic. And that seemed at the time just absurd to me. Like, how can you possibly call this xenophobic? We're talking about a disease that is killing Chinese en masse, and doesn't it make sense to say, hey, we're going to take a break on visitors from China? But perhaps now we know his motivations.
Yeah.
Now perhaps we know, well, it's because he's on the take. He's literally being paid by the Chinese Communist Party. So, of course, he's going to be soft on them, even in terms of a pandemic.
Yeah, it is something to look at, and it's just hard to believe. Steve Cortez joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. He is the Trump 2020 campaign senior advisor, and we always appreciate having you on the program. Hope we get to see you and hear from you again before Election Day, because there's a lot still to cover. So all the best. All right, we'll do it again soon. Thanks so much. All right, there he goes. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along, let's find out what's happening with traffic right now. Up to the minute, here's Sabrina Katz.
Very busy morning on I-75 this morning, especially on Alligator Alley heading over to the East Coast, but we're still crash-free, so that's some good news. Traffic slowing in Collier on the East Trail heading towards Rattlesnake from Davis. Also delays on Livingston southbound heading towards Immokalee Road. As far as Estero goes, we are busy on Corkscrew heading east of US 41 towards I-75. In Fort Myers, normal delays on Daniels Parkway to the interstate. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
87 degrees as we look ahead to your Thursday. Another warm and breezy day, mixture of sunshine and clouds, as we do have the opportunity for some passing scattered rain, hit or miss, across southwest Florida. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Blah, 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 blah. Gear up for the liberal loudmouths at work. Drew Steele, mornings on 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and we've got my friend Dave Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters in Naples, on the phone. And Dave, I got to tell you, the selection of floor coverings of Floor Meisters, unbelievable, fantastic. I've seen it myself, and the choices are there. But what we really want to talk about today is this Dreamweaver line of carpets. Talk about it.
I'll tell you what, Drew, this is the hottest thing since 5-buckle overshoes. We're just selling the heck out of it. Comes in 9 different patterns, 12 colors to a pattern. It has 8 warranties, and it even includes steps. The stain warranty will take care of wine, mud, and even pet accidents. So this is perfect for Jake.
Yeah, perfect for Jake, and perfect for me, and perfect for you, too. If you haven't been to the Floor Meisters, really owe it to yourself to visit their store, see their selection of Dreamweaver carpets. It's there at 6281 Naples Boulevard, next to Costco. And whether it's carpet, tile, laminate, or hardwood flooring, they have it all. So give them a call today at 239-596-4964 or on the web at floormeisters.com.
I'm Harvey Massey. At Massey Services, we know every lawn is unique and requires customized care. That's why our environmental approach includes aeration, which allows water and nutrients to reach the roots of your lawn, as well as an irrigation program which ensures proper coverage and reduces water waste. With Massey's Green Up program, you'll enjoy a healthy and a beautiful lawn year-round. That's Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
Son, get in the car.
No, Dad, not your car. It smells horrid and it looks awful. I'm scared, Dad. I'm really scared.
Galliana Kia in Fort Myers will get you out of your scary old car and into a 2020 Kia Forte LXS lease for just $49 per month. Yes, $49 a month for a new car. We've got to sell so many new Kias, it's scary. So we've slashed our prices to the bone. New 2020 Kia Rio LX, just $13,990. New Kia Sorento LX V6, $8,000 off. Select models with interest-free financing for 75 months. Is your credit dreadful? Galliana Kia isn't afraid of your bad credit. 2020 Kia Rio, $13,990. New Kia Fortes, $49 per month.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com. 24 month lease, 12,000 miles per year, $39.99 due at selling plus tax, title, dealer, and acquisition fee, 0 security deposit with lender approval, expires month 5th.
Hi, this is Dr. Ben Carson for My Faith Votes. What better way to influence our culture than by voting for leaders who will support biblical principles and protect our religious freedom? Fellow believers, in November, do not abandon your civic duty as a Christian to cast your vote. When making your decision on whom to vote for, I urge you to look carefully at the platforms of each candidate and put them up against the Bible. For more information on candidates and their positions, visit myfaithvotes.org today.
Paid for by My Faith Votes.
Customers have said they thought our trade-in offer here at Naples Nissan was too good to be true. So, before they drove their new Nissan home, we asked a few of them to share their story. Here's Tracy from Cape Coral.
My 2012 Camry had about 78,000 miles on it. I heard Naples Nissan was offering MSRP for your trade-in, but I was a little skeptical. After I called them and checked out their website, everything seemed legit, so I decided to go for it. The original MSRP for my car was just over 19 grand, and I thought, no way, that's how much I'm actually getting? So happy I was wrong, and now I get to drive home in my brand new Altima. It's the real deal, people. Totally worth the drive.
If your trade-in is less than 8 years old with less than 80,000 miles on it, come get the full base MSRP for it and drive home in a brand new Nissan today. Only at Naples Nissan. Full details at naplesnissan.com. Offer on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. Hey, by the way, just want to remind everybody, if you text the word VOTE to 239-479-5592, you will get my election picks if you are so inclined and interested, because a lot of people asked. That's why I did it. And so just some of the races that you asked about, I put there on a sheet. So just text the word VOTE. Once again, to 239-479-5592. It'll be in your hands. And I also want to ask if you wouldn't mind to text the letters USA to 239-479-5592 if you would like to be part of our Zoom Pledge of Allegiance, where we switch the cameras from YouTube, where we are right now. We switch it to Zoom on Friday at 9 a.m. right after the program. Kind of wrap it up with a pledge with veterans and families, and we have a lot of people joining us. We would love for you to be part of it as well. All right, Josh is in L.A. Josh had a few things to talk about before we go to break. Your thoughts, Josh, on... I don't know what your thoughts are. I don't know.
Sorry.
I have no idea why you're on the line, so I'm just that was my way of saying, "What's up, Josh?"
Hey, I wanted to call in because first of all, it's a quick statement. I think there's absolutely no way they let Trump talk tonight. I think they shut him down in every regard.
Yeah.
I think there's not going to be a use of props or anything like that. They are going to shut his mic down, and they're not even going to let him talk about Hunter Biden. My question is for you, though. With everything that happened over the summer, it's starting to look like for me and my family that there is a major event coming on November 3rd. And either way, it looks very dangerous to me. And I wanted to see how you felt about it, because if the Democrats win, as a business student, I see what is going to happen to our economy.
Mm-hmm.
I see the minute that he gets in there, he is going to tank this economy, which makes me want to store food and resources at my house. Now, on the other end, if Trump wins, what happens then? What happens? The riots would be pale in comparison to what they were over the summer. So it just makes me feel like I want to store and stock up food and resources. And I wondered how you felt about that.
Well, I'm glad you said that, Josh, because if you stay right where you are in just a couple of more minutes, I will have the answer to that very question, because it's funny you mentioned that. Looking at an article from the Federalist, Trump resistance plans mass mobilization after election to shut down the country if Biden doesn't win.
This is Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
You want a new look for your kitchen, but you really dread the thought of subjecting your home and family to the mess and fuss created by weeks of remodeling? Cornerstone Builders has the solution. They can give your kitchen an entirely new look in a matter of days, not weeks. Stand by for the phone number to schedule your free in-home consultation. Cornerstone will save you a lot of time and thousands of dollars with a custom kitchen reface. This 4-step process includes 15 cabinet doors, 5 drawer fronts, and includes relaminating your cabinet exteriors, plus new hinges and new knobs or handles. Best part? The price. Just $38.20 for a beautiful thermofoil reface, or $78.20 for maple wood reface. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation. 239-332-3020. That's 332-3020. 239-332-3020. Cornerstone Builders in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Naples, and Marco Island. With 30 years and 22,000 satisfied customers. You know they're gonna wow you.
Trust means that you are reliable and honest every single day.
Trust Chris Safadi.
I want to make sure that every individual person can rely on us.
Trust Lois Tomey.
I love this community. It's something I take so much responsibility for.
Trust Jim Farrell.
My responsibility to the viewer is to be me, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to hype anything. Wink News has been trustworthy since 1954. It's earned day by day.
Weeknights on Wink News at 6.
Whatever you need us for, we're here.
To help an old friend.
Why do you want us here?
I think she's back.
Sam and Dean will relive a childhood nightmare.
The Baba Yaga? The Baba Yaga. A witch feeds on fears using hallucinations.
And this witch...
She plays with people.
I had nightmares about that for the longest time.
Won't go quietly. Supernatural, followed by Outpost, all new tonight on the CW.
Tonight starting at 8 on WXCW.
Hey guys, did you hear the good news about our boys at National Exterminators?
Yeah, boss. You mean about the $46 hip fee?
Yeah, and National Exterminators just hired an old school killer.
Bugsy the Roach, Ratso the Rat, Tony the Termite, and the Anthill Mob better worry.
I'm gonna put a big bounty on them now. Hello, National Exterminators. Get me the masked man.
I-ho Silver! Yes, Godfather. Me and my trusted partner Pronto will get it done fast. Hey, Pronto, the Godfather just called, and we have to wipe out the gang of critters out west.
Out west? West of what, Kimosabi?
West of Miami, of course. Hi-ho Silver! Low prices today!
It's me, Ratso. I think we're done. The Lone Ranger and Pronto from National Exterminators has his corner.
Want to whack your gang of pests for only $46? Just call the boys at National Exterminators. Dial 239-46-NO-BUG and at 46nobug.com.
The National Exterminators.
92.5 Fox News.
When only the truth will do.
This Wink News Break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Kirsten Delgado with Wink News. A slew of ballots you turned in for the election won't get counted. The Lee County Supervisor of Elections Office telling us the votes are being disqualified, and here's why. They say voters are filling in the circle for a candidate, then lower in the same race, writing in that candidate's name and filling in the circle. That cancels out your vote. Today, Collier County will discuss whether you still need to wear a mask in public. Commissioners are once again debating the mask issue and will discuss whether it's time to drop the mandate. Some businesses we spoke to say the rule is killing their bottom line. The meeting is at 3 today. The Lee County School District says they canceled Cypress Lake's Friday game against LaBelle due to unforeseen circumstances. This comes as the Hendry County School District reports one positive case of coronavirus and a LaBelle High School student. 67 other students are quarantining. 7 teachers are also having to quarantine as well. I'm Kirsten Delgado, Wink News Now.
Wink News traffic.
There's a crash with reports of injury at Corkscrew and State Road 82. If you commute from Lehigh to Immokalee or LaBelle and vice versa, give yourself a couple extra minutes. No major backups, but definitely an active scene. Also, traffic starting to slow northbound on Corkscrew heading to 82. My commuters on the interstate, we look great heading to and from Lee and Collier. A very nice commute as well on Immokalee Road heading west towards US 41. If you are in the Cape, traffic is slowing on Tropicana heading west of Pine Island Road. The Trip to the Minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, we have the opportunity for some pop-up passing rain scattered across our area. It will be hit or miss, some dry, others soak. A high temperature of 87 degrees and breezy with a mixture of sunshine and clouds. And really for at least the next 2 days, most of our rain chances will be by the afternoon and evening scattered across our area. Temps in the mid to upper 80s. Keep that in mind all the way into the weekend as we almost flirt with 90 as we start next week with a few more areas of rain. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Get more than what the internet tells you. Get up to speed on The Drive with Trey Radel. Weekdays 5 to 7. 92.5 Fox News. Right. all along.
With the Diamond District, you get the best of both worlds. Jason and Todd are wholesale diamond brokers selling to the public and jewelry stores across the country at wholesale prices. The Diamond District is also a retail store that you can visit every day and see the largest selection of GIA and Forevermark loose certified diamonds.
The team at Best Home Services understands that this is a time of much uncertainty and much unknown. With this uncertainty comes feelings of fear and panic. Please know that we are here for you today, tomorrow, and into the future as we move forward together, safely and comfortably. We are all in this together, and as stewards of our community, we promise to continue to provide you the services needed to keep you and your family safe. You are not alone. Best Home Services, our family protecting your family.
True relief for back and neck pain. Here at Johnston Spinal Care 596 Back, we focus on back and neck related conditions like stenosis, sciatica, neuropathy, and bulging discs that can cause weakness, numbness, or pain. Being an innovator in non-surgical techniques, I have developed unique and extremely effective spinal decompression protocols for overcoming these chronic and debilitating conditions that don't involve any medications or surgery. This 3-step VAX-D spinal decompression approach uses a patented computerized table that decompresses the spine to gently remove pressure off pinched nerves and increase blood circulation to the area. For young or old, and so comfortable that most patients almost fall asleep while on the table. No hanging upside down. With this award-winning technology, back and neck pain can be a thing of the past. We always offer a no-obligation consultation and free x-rays to see if you're a candidate. Johnston Spinal Care. We're here for you. Call 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. My name is Drew Steele. Hi, how are you today? I am streaming live on YouTube each and every day if you want to watch. Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. If you subscribe to the channel, it helps to keep us going. If you choose not to subscribe, well, we're done. It's How was that? It's awful to say. That's not really true. That's kind of sort of true. Not really. A little bit. So please subscribe. We do appreciate it. Also coming up in less than 10 minutes, it's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you're in a PhD. We do it each and every day at 6:50 and 7:50. So why would you want to miss out on that? Why? Why would you possibly want to miss out on that? Why would you want to miss out on this segment when Rich Kolko, a safety and security expert from Wink News, is in studio? You know special things are about to happen. You know that the skies are going to open up. I mean, it's going to be just... Boy, have I hyped you way too much this morning?
Yep,
or?
you have.
I have. Well, that's what I'm about here, is hyping you up way too much. That's awful. That's not true. I know between the two of us... we've got some. The two of us have quite the allergies kicking right now. All right. So a lot to discuss. Yesterday, we had this fine conversation about something that I saw from CBS News. It was on the Wink News website about emails threatening Florida voters to, quote, vote for Trump or else. It was linked to overseas servers. And it was the Proud Boys talking about what they were going to do to you unless you voted for Trump. And I had my suspicions. I was kind of upset about it. I was kind of upset that that was brought up in some of the other things that have been happening, places like Kansas City that you brought up, and the paperwork there on people's cars saying, hey, I know where you live. Because there you go. You got a Trump pen sign out on your lawn, and I know where you are, and it would be a shame if you didn't have your insurance up to date because there could be a fire happening. We're just warning you about that in advance. That seems like quite the threat. But yesterday, D&I Ratcliffe, standing there with Christopher Wray and others, made an announcement that I thought was very interesting as well. And he said,
I would like to alert the public that we have identified that 2 foreign actors, Iran and Russia, have taken specific actions to influence public opinion relating to our elections. First, we have confirmed that some voter registration information has been obtained by Iran and separately by Russia. This data can be used by foreign actors to attempt to communicate false information to registered voters that they hope will cause confusion, sow chaos, and undermine your confidence in American democracy.
And then there's this.
To that end, we have already seen Iran sending spoofed emails designed to intimidate voters, incite social unrest, and damage President Trump.
Boy, that sure sounds like what we were talking about yesterday.
Yep, it does. It sounds like those Proud Boy emails that came out and caused quite a flurry quickly.
Do you, when you talk to people, even as you were on the news just a little while ago talking about this topic, as you read and find out more about this, this is important for our democracy, if you will, as people like to say. This is important for our constitutional republic, as I like to say. This is important for information that people know this. You don't have a problem with that, with the DNI coming out right away and saying this, right? I mean, isn't it important that in coordination with the information that is there from the intelligence communities that the American people understand that this is happening?
It's important, understates it. It's critical. I mean, it is absolutely critical to the democracy, to the sanctity of the election, to some confidence in the people in the vote, which I think is lacking right now.
Yeah.
So I'm sure between those emails starting 24 hours before the press conference and them deciding to come out and make a statement later, there had to be a lot of consternation at very, very high levels to get them to come out. We've got to remember that certain agencies, very much so the FBI, is gun shy now after what happened in 2016 where they were making statements right up to the election. So regardless of what it's about, they're concerned to get out there and hold any sort of press event.
So do you think,
close.
so then what you're saying is you think that there were some people within the intelligence community that were telling DNI Ratcliffe, maybe you don't do this?
I would think that, and you can pick this instance out and say that. My experience in the Bureau was it's always easier to say nothing. So a lot of people would, when I'm talking about dealing with the media, it's just, it's safer if you say nothing. And there's always going to be that pressure that something could go wrong if you talk to the media. So there had to be a lot of that discussion yesterday.
Well, what could go wrong? Give me an example. Like what would go wrong with if you 21 years of the FBI and you know people there that are probably working now. You've known people working there in the past. You understand this situation. What's the problem? In other words, the media running with this and twisting it, or what is it?
I mean, not a bad analogy, but a different analogy. Let's talk about Comey 11 days before the election in 2016, saying that they're looking at Wiener's computer again. And that may have affected how people voted. They got involved in the politics of the election.
Well, in hindsight, now we know why that was taking place, of course. And so, because the concern that I have, and this is just me talking, the concern that I have, and I think many other people have as well, is the fact that we are trying desperately to be in a place in this country where we have the utmost trust in our intelligence communities and the FBI. We want to be able to say, listen, if they find out something or they know something or they're saying something, it's because they have the evidence, they've got the proof, they've been through this. That it's not a situation where it's politically motivated.
I agree with you.
Yep.
And let me be frank. I 100% support what Ratcliffe and Wray did yesterday, coming out and saying
which is so. And you say that, which and the reason why I bring this up is because it was the House. What was it? The House Select Committee. Who is it? The House Homeland Security Committee that said, to clarify, these election interference operations are clearly not meant to harm President Trump. Americans should listen to FBI Director Wray and CISA Director Krebs. Ratcliffe has too often politicized the intelligence community to carry water for the president. They shouldn't say anything like that, because now what they're doing is they're showing that they, in claiming that Ratcliffe is being political, that they're being political. What we want is for everybody to give the American people who can handle it the evidence and the facts, because that's why you're there. You're not there to be, I'm sorry, and I'm editorializing, here we go. But you're not there to be the ones that are the arbiter of things that are that put you in, that somehow you have more power than the president, that you have more power than the people. That's not the case. You're there for a reason specific. And it's not because you are more powerful than others and what you do is more powerful in the overall scheme of things. And so somehow, someday, some way, there's going to have to be trust that is unequivocal in these institutions. And I don't know how we get there when we have nonsense like this that's happening. But having said that, I did want to ask you about this. All right, so ultimately, we've come to find out that this whole Proud Boys thing could possibly have been, and it looks like it was
manufactured by
disinformation.
Iran. Yeah. Yes, correct. But rest assured, this was not a 24-hour investigation by the intelligence community and the FBI. Since 2016, the FBI has been looking at Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, other adversaries.
Well, I would hope that they always are looking. 2017, 2018, 2019.
But there was no, these emails went out, let's solve this crime. They had to have some knowledge that this was occurring or potentially going to occur, and then made that decision in a relatively short amount of time, 24 hours. And what's today? Today's Thursday, or today's Wednesday. So yesterday was Tuesday, 2 weeks before the election, to make that statement, to again try to assure the American public to have trust in the system, and to warn people to not fall for this stuff. This all happened yesterday. Rest assured, this is going to continue for the next 2 weeks. There are going to be additional types of attacks or attempted attacks from from both inside and outside the U.S. against our election system.
Yeah.
And when I interviewed the special agent in charge of the FBI in Tampa a couple of weeks ago, and I asked him, are these other countries doing this to select a candidate? And or just doing it to do it, and he said it's the latter. He goes, yeah, there's certainly some countries that have self-interest, and they want a certain candidate in office. I get it, but he goes, most of it is just sow discord into the American public and to lack trust in our government, in our election system, and that has long-lasting ramifications.
Yeah, there's so much to unpack. By the way, Rich Kolko joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. He's a safety and security expert for Wink News, 21 years at the FBI, so someone that I can talk about this and get to the innards, if you will, of how all of this operates, and an important relationship and an asset that we have here in the building, which is fantastic. But now it comes back to me editorializing, and here we go again. And here's my problem. Number one, when you have, as I was talking to Steve Cortez a little while ago from the Trump campaign, when you have Twitter who will not allow the New York Post to post anything on Twitter for 8 days after this Hunter Biden story has come out, it is clear the censorship that's going on. When you have people, news entities across the country who went out of their way to put out this whole Florida, Arizona story, the Proud Boys, it's right wing. Here they go. They're threatening individuals. They're threatening Florida citizens, and you see what's happening with these right wing extremists, and they're the ones that are the problem. When not for 1 second will they? I have yet to see any story come out saying that a clarifying statement to say, hey, now we've come to find out that it was actually Iranian disinformation through the DNI. So this whole Proud Boy stories is not reality. I wonder if anybody is doing that in news organizations, if we're going to see that. And then on the other side of it is how that information is being passed on, and how it gets tweeted, and how as long as this information gets pushed on one side and isn't fair to both sides of the issue. I mean, if we're going to talk about this information and say, well, there are people that are looking and saying, for example, like you just brought up, they just want to sow discord. It's not about one side picking one or the other. The only way we're going to know that or be able to feel like there's a fair shake among everyone in media, if you will, and across the country and departments and any place else is when we see and hear about these stories from both sides. The story that we brought up from Kansas City, that you brought up, and I'm glad you did yesterday, about what we talked about just a little bit, the flyers, right? Yeah. And threatening Trump voters and the insurance and burning down your house. And that, I would love to hear more. I didn't hear any of that. I didn't see one single solitary news organization put that out. Did you?
No.
Okay. So that's.
But I didn't do it. I needed to do a more thorough search.
Yeah, sorry. Right. Yeah. So I'm just okay. Yeah. Right. In all fairness, I'm not saying that you comb every single newspaper and you should know. What I'm saying
but it certainly wasn't breaking news like this was.
No, it wasn't. Right. And so there is a problem there. That's the first thing. Okay. Now we just go put all that aside, and I want to switch gears because I want to get your thoughts on this. We are hearing more and more, and we had Josh in LA who brought this up before we went to break about the concerns that November 4th is going to be a very interesting day. Mm-hmm. And the concerns right now is that there are individuals, there are groups who are preparing, and we're reading stories, and I'm looking at a story right now from The Federalist. I saw some stories from the Wall Street Journal and different outlets that are saying that there are groups that are mobilizing to cause a whole lot of havoc, a whole lot of trouble. Shut down D.C. The angry mob attacked my house. I won't be intimidated. I won't back down. That is Lindsey Graham. Well, guess what? Shut down D.C. Went right to his house and started getting in his face because they didn't like what was going on with the Supreme Court nomination process. The talk about shut down D.C. being in front of the White House after the election. Those that are talking about preventing Donald Trump from stealing an election and how there are groups that are doing this and how they are prepared now for November 4th, which is that if the president of the United States wins this election, that there are people that will not accept this and that there will be, there's going to be, there are going to be planned chaos, riots on the streets. That's what I'm reading. That's what I'm hearing. What does the FBI do? What does the intelligence community do now to help local authorities, assuming that the local authorities want to be involved and stop this and tamp it down? I'm not suggesting that there are places in the country like Portland and D.C. that allow certain things to happen. I would never say that out loud. Yes, I would. But having said that, you see where I'm going here. What do? How do they help?
Well, the FBI's certainly got to balance the line between, of course, First Amendment and what you're saying, riots, chaos, threats. And they've got a wonderful network throughout the law enforcement community across the country. So as they gather intelligence, whether it's from sources online, other methods, technical overhears, things that they learn, where some of these protests, and where some of these riots, actually calling for violence, are being coordinated, they've got the ability to instantly share that with police departments around the country. Because as you know, a lot of these people aren't necessarily, the protesters or rioters aren't necessarily from the town that it's occurring in.
Right.
So a lot of the coordination and the people are traveling. So the Bureau would have some cognizance of that occurring and would be able to provide that information to law enforcement entities around the country.
Yeah, and that's easily done, easily accessible, assuming that law enforcement is concerned in their municipality. Easily done. You get the information, the coordination's there, no problems.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's hope that that's not the case, but unfortunately, I don't know. You just have to be aware of everything. That's what it is. All right, Rich Kolko, safety and security expert, looking good with his Navy hat on.
Always.
There it is. You can see that only exclusively. You can see Rich Kolko's Navy hat on our YouTube page. You just, on our YouTube channel. Just go to Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's, and there it is. It is a fine hat.
I have a bunch of them. Thank you.
Do you really? All right.
Yeah. I was Navy before the Bureau.
Yeah, I know that. It's funny you say you have a few hats because I have none.
Really?
No, I don't have a Navy hat. Don't suggest. No, I don't want one of yours. No, that's
not one of mine.
No, you don't have to give me one of yours. Thank you for the. Oh, you didn't offer it. All right, we got to go. All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News right all along. And right now, time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Here we go. Caller number 5-239-479-5592. You play Drew's College next. Let's find out what's happening with traffic. Sabrina Katz has it.
A few crashes on the roadways this morning. If you're in Bonita, there's a crash at Old 41 and US 41, slowing traffic southbound on 41 for about 1 mile. To avoid it, stick to 3 Oaks or 75. Also, a crash at Airport Pooling and the East Trail, northbound delays on Airport Pooling. And there's a disabled vehicle reported at 951 and Tamiami Trail. So very busy morning in Collier as you're commuting. Make sure to give yourself lots of extra time. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
87 degrees as we look ahead to your Thursday. Another warm and breezy day, mixture of sunshine and clouds, as we do have the opportunity for some passing scattered rain, hit or miss, across southwest Florida. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Serving up a tray load of truth today on 92.5 Fox News.
Trust means that you are reliable and honest every single day.
Trust Chris Safadi.
I want to make sure that every individual person can rely on us.
Trust Lois Tomey.
I love this community. It's something I take so much responsibility for.
Trust, Jim Farrell.
My responsibility to the viewer is to be me, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to hype anything. Wink News has been trustworthy since 1954. It's earned day by day.
Weeknights on Wink News at 6.
Whatever you need us for, we're here.
To help an old friend.
Why do you want us here?
I think she's back.
Sam and Dean will relive a childhood nightmare.
The Baba Yaga?
The Baba Yaga. A witch feeds on fears using hallucinations.
And this witch...
She plays with people.
I had nightmares about that for the longest time.
Won't go quietly. Supernatural, followed by Outpost, all new tonight on the CW.
Tonight starting at 8 on WXCW.
Jeep Adventure Days, going on now at Galliana Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Lowest prices ever on over 1,500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles. All new Jeep Gladiator Overland lease, $399 per month. Grand Cherokee Limited or Ram Bighorn Crew Cab, lease for just $299 per month. That's right, loaded luxurious Grand Cherokee Limited or award-winning Ram trucks. Your choice, just $299 per month. Plus at Galliana Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you can drive payment-free for 3 months, interest-free for 6 years, and worry-free up to 100,000 miles. And our parts service and body shop are open to serve you. Jeep Adventure Days, featuring Ram Bighorn Crew Cabs and Grand Cherokee Limited for $299 per month at Galliana Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com. 42 monthly, 10,000 miles per year, $32.94 due at signing plus tax title, 0 security deposit, $13.88 per month per thousand borrowed for 72 months, 0% APR with 0 down. Lender approval offers don't combine.
Lovin' Mel's Spectacular Shrimp Fest?
We're bringing back good times and great food.
Now Mel's Diner gives you more to love because the Shrimp Fest continues with everything from shrimp tacos and sandwiches to fabulous Shrimp Fest dinners. How about a shrimp and bacon grilled cheese sandwich with fries and coleslaw? $10.99. Shrimp fajitas, teriyaki shrimp and steak, Cajun shrimp, blackened shrimp, and more starting at $10.99. If you want to take a break from shrimp, Mel's famous Braveheart Black Angus Cheeseburger Platter, $7.99. Barbecue ribs, $12.99. The best prime rib, $13.99, including all the fixins. You always get the real deal at Mel's Diner. Open 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day with takeout, delivery, and thoughtful indoor dining. The Spectacular Shrimp Fest is happening now at family-owned, locally famous, and Florida's favorite for decades. It's Mel's Diner.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to Arnie in Alva. Hey, Arnie.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, sir. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Your associate's degree question, sir, starts right now. Hey, Arnie, do you know the capital of the great state of Florida? What is it?
That's Tallahassee,
Yeah,
and I visited there. I visited 25 of the 50 capitals.
Yes, Tallahassee it is, sir. All right, so you got an associate's. See if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. Who preceded Ronald Reagan as president of the United States? Who was there before Ronald Reagan? Who was that president?
The president from Georgia, Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, that's correct, sir. All right, you got a bachelor's. We'll see if you get a master's degree on this question. When we talk about the VA, what does the VA stand for?
It's the Veterans Administration.
All right, that is correct, sir.
Helping out the veterans.
Veterans Affairs, yep. All right, so let's see. We got master's. We'll see if we get a PhD on this question. Nancy Pelosi, we know she's Speaker of the House. We know, but one other thing. But we're trying to figure out the state that she represents. You know, she has a state that she's from. What state is Nancy Pelosi from? That she is representative from there?
That's from the liberal state of California.
That is correct, sir. All right, congratulations. You got yourself a PhD today on Drew's College. That is very, very well done, sir. Arnie and Alva, we appreciate your call. Hey, stay there, because Jake's got to talk to you right now, and he's going to tell you all about things that are going on in the world of the vid, or not. So that's coming up. All right. Also on the way, Let's see what we have. Okay, in case you're wondering about China Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, the China connection, the money laundering, oh boy. Yep, the bombshell from yesterday. We'll have some more of that coming up. And the polling in the state of Florida. How are things going right now? You may be interested to find out.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
1 hour air conditioning and heating, always on time, or you don't pay a dime. Please visit us at www.onehourairnaples.com or call 844-1-HOUR.
Water is life in Southwest Florida. It drives our economy from tourism to fishing to boating and quality of life. This is Adam Botana from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, and we talk water for an hour every weekend on Fox News Radio. We feature guests on water quality, water safety, and water fun, including great boating day trips and tips on fishing. Join us this Saturday at 7 a.m. for the Baywater Exclusive Boat Club Hour with Adam Botana on 92.5 Fox News.
You may not know it, but male performance during intimate moments requires proper blood flow, which only gets worse with age. The result? All men experience some level of performance issues over time, from decreased firmness all the way to chronic ED. At Metro Men's Health, our goal is to provide you with the most effective treatment for performance issues. Years ago, we used to use the same technology as other clinics, but didn't settle for one-size-fits-all treatments or outdated wave technology. Should you? We've developed new patent-pending technology called Linear Piezo Energy Protocol, allowing us to create treatment plans specifically to you. We've helped thousands of men achieve consistent, longer-lasting results, and those results can be yours too. Your condition will only get worse with time. Don't wait. Call Metro Men's Health to schedule your evaluation at 239-599-9900, 239-599-9900, or visit us at metromenshealth.com.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Kirsten Delgado with Wink News. New details on a shooting that happened at a 7-Eleven along MLK on October 7th. The Fort Myers Police Department says they found the victim, 32-year-old Darrell Williams, on the ground with multiple gunshot wounds. He's going to recover. Friends of Williams say they were outside the Royal Palm Garden Apartments when the shooting happened. No word yet on any arrests. Sanibel has a new fire chief after investigation into wrongdoing. Sanibel Fire Chief Matt Scott resigned after he was accused of giving a CPR card to his wife who did not complete the course. The investigation found Lisa Scott's card was about to expire and she needed a new one so she could keep working for Lee County EMS. Deputy Fire Chief William Briscoe, who served as an interim chief, will replace Scott permanently. The leaves may not be changing colors here in Florida, but the license plates are, and that means season is starting. Even though this season is in the middle of a pandemic, some snowbirds say they are not letting that stop them from coming to the Sunshine State. Businesses say they're already seeing boosts in sales, but not everyone is flocking here right away. Some people did tell us their friends who normally come down earlier are waiting just a little bit to make sure it's safe to do so. I'm Kirsten Delgado, Wink News Now.
Wink News traffic.
A few crashes on the roadways this morning. If you're in Bonita, there's a crash at Old 41 and US 41, slowing traffic southbound on 41 for about 1 mile. To avoid it, stick to Three Oaks or 75. Also, a crash at Airport Pooling and the East Trail, northbound delays on Airport Pooling. And there's a disabled vehicle reported at 951 and Tamiami Trail. So very busy morning in Collier as you're commuting. Make sure to give yourself lots of extra time. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News Now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, we have the opportunity for some pop-up passing rain scattered across our area. It will be hit or miss, some dry, others soak. A high temperature of 87 degrees and breezy with a mixture of sunshine and clouds. And really for at least the next 2 days, most of our rain chances will be by the afternoon and evening scattered across our area. Temps in the mid to upper 80s. Keep that in mind all the way into the weekend as we almost flirt with 90 as we start next week with a few more areas of rain. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Drew Steele in the morning and Trey Radel in the afternoon. 2 doses of what cures liberalism. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is the Florida window factory. Our windows are made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers, because we understand Florida weather. With New South Windows, you don't have to sacrifice energy efficiency for storm protection. Our Energy Star rated windows and doors are made with impact and non-impact options, giving you the best of both worlds. New South Window, home of your ultimate Florida window.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get the 3rd free. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Hi, this is Emily Monty, owner of Spanky Speakeasy in Naples. The last 6 months have proved to be very trying times for our community. My husband Ted and I are bringing Spanky's back bigger and better than ever. Here are some of the things you can look forward to at Spanky's. We now offer our own concierge delivery service within a 3-mile radius of Spanky's. This is offered Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., so you can enjoy all of your favorite lunch and dinner items. Curbside pickup and to-goes are always still available. Spanky's will also be unveiling Naples' best breakfast, served daily 7 to 10:30 a.m. Last, by an overwhelming demand, Spanky's will be open Sundays throughout season. We will feature jazz entertainment on our open-air waterfront patio. At Spanky's, your safety and comfort is our #1 priority. Visit us today. Spanky's is located on Airport Pulling Road, just south of Golden Gate Parkway, Naples.
The team at Best Home Services understands that this is a time of much uncertainty and much unknown. With this uncertainty comes feelings of fear and panic. Please know that we are here for you today, tomorrow, and into the future as we move forward together, safely and comfortably. We are all in this together, and as stewards of our community, we promise to continue to provide you the services needed to keep you and your family safe. You are not alone. Best Home Services, our family protecting your family.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie-cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie-cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping clients achieve a comfortable retirement, we're clearly different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. I'm so glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live on YouTube anytime you want to watch at Drew Steele Radio. Steele with 3 E's. Please subscribe to the channel. I know people are texting, why you say 3 E's? What about 4? Yeah. Don't make fun of me. Steele. There's an E on the end of it's easier to say 3 E's than it is to say, hey, make sure you put an E on the end of Steele, Steele. Anyway, just subscribe to the channel. Helps to keep us going. I don't know. What would you like to talk about this morning? What's on your mind, Southwest Florida? It could be the fact that you're concerned about the election, who to vote for. A lot of people emailed me and asked for my election picks. I said, sure, if you would like them. The ones that people asked me about, I made a list. And if you text the word vote to 239-479-5592, you'll get that right there on your smartphone, your dumb phone, your smart computer, your dumb computer, or you can print it, or I don't know. Are there dumb computers? Dumb computers, I guess, are the ones that just don't work, right? Dumb computer. Maybe you want to talk about the elections here locally. Maybe you want to talk about some of the issues locally. Maybe you want to talk about whether or not we should continue to ban masks in certain areas, because we're still waiting for that unequivocal evidence that shows that wearing a mask mandates, mandated by the government, mandated by the state, mandated by anyone, those mask mandates work. I mean, it is, man, I'll tell you what, there is not too much out there that can be argued about this way. The fact that a mask mandate is 100% it's what is going to stop the virus from spreading. Said so far nobody ever. Unless you have the evidence and you want to show me or talk to me about it. 239-479-5592. Maybe it's you in Naples. Hey, how about this? In Naples, you don't have to worry about leaf blowers anymore. There's a noise ordinance against leaf blowers. You've approved it. Goes into effect in 2021. Regulations to quiet noisy leaf blowers in the city of Naples approved Wednesday. It's going to be a year, so don't worry about it. No more gasoline-powered leaf blowers in Naples starting October 21st, 2021. And will ban the use of battery electric-powered leaf blowers that exceed 65 decibels, as indicated by a manufacturer's label. So you've got Naples getting involved with leaf blower regulations. What does that do for companies that have leaf blowers now that are useless? Are they going to have to spend some more money to get up to the regulation? Better than that, why don't we just hire more people instead of buying the leaf blowers? How about we hire more people and we'll just have them go. Why don't we just do that? If everybody would just maybe as a group unified, would just blow into the streets, then we can possibly move the leaves that are annoying. Better than that, why don't we just take down all the trees in Naples? If there were no trees that create leaves, then there would be no need to blow those leaves around. So why don't we just eliminate trees? That could be helpful as well. So your thoughts on that? 239-479-5592. Any of your thoughts on these topics? Also, we've got the Lincoln Project. You know, those never-Trumpers, those individuals that try to convince you that they're conservatives, but really they just hate the president and they just like the idea of globalism and the world being together, unified as one global community. Boy, you talk about the president of the United States and somebody who loves this country and believes, that we are great. This country is great. And to continue like that is a bad thing. It's interesting to find out that the Lincoln Project peddled the Iranian disinformation meant to help Joe Biden, that being these Proud Boy emails that were sent out to people saying the craziest thing, Can I read what the email says? We're in possession of all your information. You're currently registered as a Democrat. And we know this because we've gained access to the entire voting infrastructure. You will vote for Trump on Election Day, or we will come after you. Change your party affiliation to Republican to let us know you received our message and will comply. Can we do that? I didn't know we could do that right now. I'm looking at my watch. Can we do that right? Can I go out and change my party affiliation right now at this moment? I didn't know that's possible in Florida. We'll know which candidate you voted for. I'll take this serious. Okay, great. So there you go. All right, let's take on some of these calls. 239-479-5592. Sean's in Fort Myers, wanted to talk about Biden and if he gets elected.
Great. Real quick, just your thoughts on this, because it's been mulled around a little bit, obviously, on social media, is the reason Pelosi was bringing up the 25th Amendment earlier was this is the little plan that people are saying is that what happens is they get Biden elected and Harris is VP, and then what happens is they use the 25th Amendment to remove Biden. Then Harris is VP. Of course, then Pelosi moves up to, or Harris is president, then Pelosi becomes VP. They've got something on Harris. She goes, Pelosi becomes president, a la Gerald Ford. Any question or any thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, I guess the first thing, Sean, is you've got to prove somehow, some way that Joe Biden mentally has some issues. I don't know if you would do that by things that he says. You'd have to prove unequivocally that the things that he says are kind of crazy. And
all men and women created by the thing.
Yeah, well, there's that. So that might be easy. No, I've heard that before, and it wouldn't surprise me.
Well, that's why she wants to change the 25th Amendment rules to make it a congressional committee.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Right. Yeah. No, I would say, and thanks for the call, Sean. I appreciate it. People have asked about that, and for Congress to be involved with this, good luck. It's something that is going to have more of a process than Nancy Pelosi saying. And then on the other side is the fact that the problem with that is that when people say this is what I think they're doing. They really want to get rid of Biden. Ultimately, it's not about President Trump. It's about getting rid of Joe Biden in favor of Kamala Harris. Just the fact that is even a suggestion that is possible, and people listen to that and go, yeah, it could happen that way. Because of Joe Biden's competency, you'd have to believe that there are a number of Americans who, even of Democrat stripes, who would say, yeah, I'm not into that. All right, let's go to Larry. Larry's in Naples. Hey, Larry, you don't have any leaf blowers anymore. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
City of Naples, by the way. City of Naples. Not everybody. It's the city of Naples.
Well, yeah, why don't they just do it the way we used to when we were kids and just sweep it up? Right?
Just sweep
it. Save the environment from the... Yeah, just with a broom and sweep it up.
Yeah, well, like I said, if you get enough people, yeah, you just... I remember doing that. The frustrating part about raking leaves for me growing up north was when my dad would make me rake leaves, and then I had to put them in the garbage bag, in the big black garbage bags. And the problem always was that it always felt like every time I picked it up, it wasn't enough. It was hard to, because I didn't have a pail. All I had was the bag. And so I try to get creative, and you kind of use your ankles and you spread the bag out and you kind of scoop it between your legs. And am I the only one? I'm on an island. I'm the only one. Yeah,
no, we always used to do that.
Yeah.
These guys just rearrange the dirt anyway when they're blowing that stuff around.
Yeah, that's true. Let's just get brooms and we'll hire some extra people. I'm telling you, if we just hire enough people to go, we could do that. All right. Here's Joe in Naples. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Drew, how you doing?
I'm good.
All right. I got a question. Actually, I just want to get your thoughts on it. Once Trump wins in November, do you think that we're going to have the same issues that we did the last 4 years?
Yes.
I mean, as far as all the fighting and
yes.
getting him out and everything?
Yes.
Yes.
Please. Okay. All right. Here's the thing. Number one, count on it. That the never Trumpers, the left in this country, remember that all of the rioting and the looting and the tearing down of statues and everything that was happening throughout the summer was pretty much the left in this country, the Soros-led left in this country, saying to everybody, Black Lives Matter, the Marxists that run it, not my words, their words, the individual, Antifa, everybody out there. This wasn't like a tease to see how it would go. This was the beginning of the plan to launch this, because they can't turn around and go back now. You can't stop Black Lives Matter and Antifa and say, hey, we gave it a good shot tearing down statues. I guess we'll have to pack it up and go home because the president won. That's not what's going to happen. But knowing that, just understand, and thanks for the call. I appreciate it there, Joe. Here's the one thing we have to focus on. We know that's the case. Doesn't mean that we have to stop the fight either of getting information out, of calling out the media when they are trying to back some of the left, never Trumpers, and some of the radicals, and to not be afraid at all of speaking the truth. Not Joe Biden's truth.
We choose truth over facts.
Yeah, not that, All right. Jason's in LaBelle. Hey, Jason in LaBelle. How are you?
Not too bad, Drew. How you doing, my friend?
I'm all right. What's on your mind, sir?
Well, listen, we've another 4 years of Trump is great. That's just fine and dandy. But what are we going to do after those 4 years? We're going to have somebody just as thick-skinned as Trump. We're going to have somebody just as boisterous as Trump.
Yep.
And we need to start planning that right now. I mean, is it feasible to have somebody else from the Trump family to, could we have, just like we had, with Bush, we got some Bushes in the White House. Now are we going to have a Trump regime in the White House? I mean, who knows? Maybe Trump's daughter could be the first lady. You know? I mean,
Well, here's the thing about that. If you want to hear right now, actually, I hear it. If you listen carefully, listen carefully, Jason.
Yes.
That's the sound of liberal heads popping at the idea that there could be more Trumps on the way after 4 more years of Donald Trump. So you've already started trouble. So you're a troublemaker, Jason. That's what you are there in LaBelle. That's what you're doing. You're causing trouble. But to your point, and thanks for the call, Jason. I got to go because I'm hearing a lot of noise on the phone there. That his point is well taken. Put aside the fact that you could have Don Jr. running. I wouldn't have a problem with that. You could have, quite honestly, Eric running as well. But know that you do need somebody who's going to be willing to fight after this. Because not only is the fight not over once the president wins 4 more years, but the fight's not over even after that. And that's why it's important to continue to vote down ballot. Got to make sure Republicans, those that are vetted, are voted on down ballot this election cycle. Locally, you have to make sure that never Trumpers and people like that are after their name, wink and a nod, are not voted back into positions, especially in nonpartisan races, because local races matter, everybody. Local races matter. Yes, the race for president is very, very important, but the thing that is being talked about more often than not is that the Senate is really up for grabs, everybody. We got to make sure that in this country that those Senate races that are out there are won by Republicans, because I want you to take a second and think about this. If the president wins the election, but we lose the Senate and Nancy Pelosi keeps the House, all bets are off. All bets are off. Can't lose the Senate. It is very important. All right, Dan's in Naples. Dan's got an idea on leaf blowers. The city of Naples.
Drew, good idea on the Senate. But, the idea about, criticizing Naples for leaf blowers, they actually didn't go far enough. You could easily vacuum up everything from people that do any kind of agricultural work. And, I've lived in Naples for 21 years, right on the bay, and there's no reason why we just consistently put leaves, fertilizer, pesticides. And I'm not a crazy green person. It's just that, and the capital expenditure, if you take it from a point of view that these people can't afford it, it's not that expensive.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, and I'm so glad that Dan, I'm half joking about the leaf blower thing. Obviously, it clearly annoys people enough in the city that they have a say. That's what it's all about, right? It's the people telling the people that they elect that this is what they want as citizens of the city. There's nothing wrong with the process. What I'm trying to understand is, when it comes to leaf blowers in the city, and there you live in the city, so you can answer this, what is it that, well, number one, is bothersome? I mean, people say, I can't stand the leaf blowers, so it's such an annoying noise. What are the options, and how feasible are the options? How well do they work? How well does a leaf blower that does not exceed 65 decibels, clearly it's something that is not as powerful, how well does it work? And then will there be complaints about the quality of the work? I mean, I'm just asking all the questions. I want to know every bit of this. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. And what I'd say is, first of all, you have to look at what the composition of the Naples City Council is and what they're trying to do. I mean, so this is a city council that, first of all, is really trying to change. And I'm not saying I don't think the sound issue is relatively as important as removal. So I think they took they didn't even take a smart first step. It was just reactionary. Who complains about sound? I mean, it's not loud. If it is, it's for a short period of time.
Yeah.
So to me, it's kind of like grumpy people that complain about the sound.
Yeah, because if you wanted to do something like that, you could say, all right, leaf blowers can only be used between 10 a.m. and noon, or something to that effect. You can make a time where
that pretty much exists anyway. I mean, if your neighbor has their gardener out at 6 a.m, you're going to ask them nicely, hey, don't do that.
Right.
But so it's honestly, it's not the leaf blower. I mean, if they wanted to do something good, and that wasn't expensive for anyone, and actually, if it cost a gardener $2,000 to install a vacuum system, he's going to pass it on to his customers who can all pay it in Naples. So, I mean, they just didn't go far enough.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's my...
Yeah, no, that's great points, Dan. I appreciate the call. Thanks so much. Issues like, I half joke about issues when it comes of this type, the city of Naples and quieting noisy leaf blowers. But there is something to be said about the macro, right? There is something to be said about how far city council would go. When does this end? What is it? Jake was saying it's just the gas ones. It's gasoline powered. It's all about gas. It's about fuel. It's about, climate change or something. I mean, you can extrapolate this out. Do you see where I'm going? And people just are like, well, that's ridiculous, right? That's not what it is. It's not about that. It's just about the noise. It's how annoying it is. But it is fair to ask what the alternatives are. It's easy to say, oh, well, there are alternatives. We can do this, we can do this, we can do this. But there are consequences. For example, when we talk about how if you're on the left and you're somebody who believes that climate change is man-made and the only reason why there are changes in temperatures right now, which there are, or things that are happening with the environment, which there are 100% because of fossil fuels and because of man. Okay. I don't believe that. But having said that, you are willing to get to the point of electric vehicles, let's say, to the detriment of whatever. You are myopic. You have one place to go, and you're going to get there no matter what. And it doesn't make a difference how many ancillary jobs are lost. It doesn't make a difference how much is destroyed in the process. You're going to get this. And even if the time is not right and it hasn't come, and you're looking at car companies and those that produce electric vehicles and how they need to be subsidized, and the idea that all the places that you're going to get electric for your vehicles are coming from places that are powered by natural gas or fossil fuels. They don't care. They'll destroy those industries in order to get that. And in the meantime, you don't get what you want. You can't get what you want because you've destroyed what has helped to produce it. That doesn't make any sense. So what's the option? You can't talk about it. So I just want to know it all. That's all. Oh, gosh, I'm looking at the time. I've done some really bad things to Jake right now. All right, a lot of people calling. Good. We'll get to your calls after the 5 at 8:35 on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News. 92.5 Fox News, making Southwest Florida great every day. 92.5 Fox News.
This is a scam by the Democrats.
Let's try this again. It's Trump versus Biden.
You have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. Follow this in all of the presidential debates, brought to you by the Floormeisters in Naples, where smart shoppers cast their vote for quality flooring every day.
Move it up here.
Make America great again.
Trump versus Biden, face-to-face, yet socially distanced. Thursday, only on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
See, I like state-of-the-art. I like equipment, for example, to test your water like Pentair uses. There's a big difference. When Max comes over and tests your water, they use Pentair's more scientific equipment instead of that old-fashioned chemical way, which means you get better results. And the Pentair salt-free combo has a lot more advantages. It's the one that I have. It's practically maintenance-free. Just pop in a new filter each year, and it's easy. There's no lugging in bags of salt every month, and no timers, no electricity, no saltwater waste, no hassles. And Pentair's salt-free smart combo means you won't be putting in dangerous sodium into that water as well. So if you've got problems with your water in your home, smells bad, tastes bad, call now for your free Pentair water test. Call Max. He's your local Pentair water specialist. He can show you exactly what's in your home's water with their new white glove service program. They can even maintain the system for you. And right now, take $199 off installation of your whole home water system. So call them today, 239-880-7799. That's 239-880-7799. Call today.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Retire with TriFound with the TriFound Financial Team. Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retire with TriFound, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon. Insurance products offered through TriFound Financial, LLC.
Don't miss Straight Talk with Doc Morris every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. right here on 92.5 Fox News. He'll answer all your medical questions.
Does marijuana work? Absolutely. We're helping over 4,000 patients now in this marijuana program, and we can help you too with multiple diagnoses. Get your appointment scheduled today. We can help.
For more information, go to morrismedicalcenter.com. That's morrismedicalcenter.com. And catch Doc Morris on his show this Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on 92.5 Fox News.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. When I was born, I got lucky, a gift if you will. My early life was really hard for many reasons, but at the time, it really didn't seem all that hard. I had a close relationship with my brothers and sister and loads of friends. Those days of desperation and poverty led me to my job today, representing the people, not the powerful. But my job is really not a job because I never considered it work. In many ways, it's more like a public service. Now, as I age, I get to look back at all the cases and all the people and all the trials. And the best part is when I get to see you all out and about. When I pray before I sleep, I thank God for the gift I received at birth, the genuine love I have for people, all people. Maybe that's why my work never seemed like work to me. When I was born, I got lucky. I got to meet all of you. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Dial pound law on your cell.
Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com. Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
Hey, it's Jake DeMolino here from Daybreak to talk about AMCO of Bonita Springs. Everyone's been affected by the pandemic, and I was definitely no exception. But here's the thing. I had an issue, a well-known issue. Kevin and Todd came to the rescue, effectively giving me my life back. They put their expertise to work on my transmission that was completely shot. His master mechanic told me that it was probably the worst transmission he's seen in his 30 years of working. And let me tell you, he knocked it out of the park. He helped me, and I'm sure he can help you as well. AMCO of Bonita Springs has been trusted in Southwest Florida since 2008. They've been through pandemics, recessions, you name it. They're located right off of Burnwood Drive in Bonita, an independent, conservative AMCO dealer whose award-winning customer service speaks for itself. They work on all makes and models, and they don't just do transmissions. They can do oil changes, normal maintenance, tires, you name it. For those of you out there with classic cars, there's no one I could trust more than Kevin and Todd with something I know you cherish and is so near and dear to you. So give Kevin and Todd a call at AMCO of Bonita Springs, 239-992-2626, 239-992-2626. A big thank you from Jake DeMolino for AMCO Bonita Springs.
This Wink News Update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Kirsten Delgado with Wink News. A slew of ballots you turned in for the election won't get counted. The Lee County Supervisor of Elections Office telling us the votes are being disqualified, and here's why. They say voters are filling in the circle for a candidate, then lower in the same race, writing in that candidate's name and filling in the circle. That cancels out your vote. Today, Collier County will discuss whether you still need to wear a mask in public. Commissioners are once again debating the mask issue and will discuss whether it's time to drop the mandate. Some businesses we spoke to say the rule is killing their bottom line. The meeting is at 3 today. The Lee County School District says they canceled Cypress Lake's Friday game against LaBelle due to unforeseen circumstances. This comes as the Hendry County School District reports one positive case of coronavirus and a LaBelle High School student. 67 other students are quarantining. 7 teachers are also having to quarantine as well. I'm Kirsten Delgado, Wink News Now.
Wink News Traffic.
Collier County commuters, very busy roadways, a few crashes. There is a crash at Collier Boulevard and Tree Farm Road, slowing traffic southbound on 951 heading to Vanderbilt Beach. Reports of injury here as well. Also, there's a crash at Airport Pulling Road in the East Trail. Delays on that East Trail heading westbound starting from around Rattlesnake Hammock, making that commute to Airport Pulling. If you want to avoid this, you can always stick to Davis. And we have a disabled vehicle at Collier Boulevard and Tamiami Trail. No backups here, just a little tap on those brakes. I-75 is still up to speed for your Thursday morning, so that is some good news. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, we have the opportunity for some pop-up passing rain scattered across our area. It will be hit or miss, some dry, others soak. A high temperature of 87 degrees and breezy with a mixture of sunshine and clouds. And really for at least the next 2 days, most of our rain chances will be by the afternoon and evening scattered across our area. Temps in the mid to upper 80s. Keep that in mind all the way into the weekend as we almost flirt with 90 as we start next week with a few more areas of rain. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
92.5 Fox News.
We are going to make America great again.
Right. All along.
Steven Tomatoes Sports Page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
Hi, it's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes. They say love and passion makes the world go round. Love for home, family, your country, partner, a friend, and love for food. Stevie wants to be part of your love with our food, drink, sports, and fun. Our passion for your satisfaction brings our love to all of our great customers. Whether it's our brisket short rib burgers, Chicago pizza, fajitas, wings, fish fry, or ribs, it's delivered to your table with love. So at Stevie's, we invite you to share our love of great food, drinks, sports, and fun. You'll never get bored or broke. We feel loved by the sound of our great customers. We promise to treat you like family at your home away from home. I guarantee it. For daily specials, go to StevieTomato.com. Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page. Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. Come.
Steven Tomatoes Sports Page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
I'm Harvey Massey. Think about this for a moment. Pest control involves applying pesticides inside your home, whether needed or not. At Massey Services, we just don't do that. We prevent pests from getting inside your home, so we won't have to control them later. Why settle for pest control when you can trust Massey's pest prevention? It's guaranteed or your money back. Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
Water is life in Southwest Florida. It drives our economy from tourism to fishing to boating and quality of life. This is Adam Botana from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, and we talk water for an hour every weekend on Fox News Radio. We feature guests on water quality, water safety, and water fun, including great boating day trips and tips on fishing. Join us this Saturday at 7 a.m. for the Baywater Exclusive Boat Club Hour with Adam Botana on 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and have I told you about Ryan Hammond Painting and Contracting? I know I have because, well, number one, I've used them on multiple occasions. I've had a few moves lately, and each and every time had them at my home. They're fantastic. I love the staff. They are the highest reviewed contractors for what they do, maintaining 4.9 to 5 stars. But here's another thing to consider. What about a kitchen, a bath, an entire home that you want remodeled? They have teams and resources ready right now to walk you through the process so they can turn your dreams into reality. I should know because they did exactly that for me and my wife. I could not be happier. The communication, the friendliness of the staff, the fact that they've been around since 2001, and the difference that they can make, whether it is something like painting a bathroom and especially kitchen and bath remodels. So call them today, Ryan Hammond Painting and Contracting, 239-431-2781, and find out what they can do for you and the incredible work that they do for yourself. 239-431-2781 for Ryan Hammond Painting and Contracting.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. All right, we're going to get back to your calls. A lot of people calling. Hey, listen, what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about leaf blowers or no leaf blowers in the city of Naples? You want to talk about Joe Biden and Hunter Biden and the latest there on the Bidens and the China connection? China Joe, we can talk about that. China Joe. We can do that coming up. We can talk about even how we need to open up schools. That could be a key issue in the debate tonight. We'll get to that on the way. First, the top 5 audio clips of the day. It's a 5 at 8:35. Hi.
Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Number 5.
If elected, what I will do is I'll put together a national commission bipartisan commission of scholars, constitutional scholars, Democrats, Republicans, liberal, conservative. And I will ask them to, over 180 days, come back to me with recommendations as to how to reform the court system, because it's getting out of whack. The way in which it's being handled. And it's not about court packing. There's a number of other things that our constitutional scholars have debated, and I'd look to see what recommendations that commission might make.
So you're telling us you're going to study this issue about whether to pack the court?
No, whether there's a number of alternatives that go well beyond packing.
This is a live ball.
Oh, it is a live ball.
It's a live ball, everybody. So there you go. You got the former Vice President of the United States, Joe Biden, saying, look, it's a live ball. We got to talk about court packing because he's not really sure if he's happy about the way things are going. And is that our big question right now? I mean, are we concerned about this, the court packing issue? Please don't tell us that Joe Biden's not for court packing. He's for court packing. All right.
Number 4.
Republicans seem to have made inroads in voter registration this year that could spell some problems for Democrats. In Florida, for instance, Republicans registered 146,000 more voters than Democrats. It leaves Democrats in that state with their smallest overall registration lead since tracking started back in 1972. Then in Pennsylvania, the GOP adding 103,000 more voters. In Arizona, Republicans added 30,000 more voters.
Oh, well, that's MSNBC. Well, look at that. I mean, I wonder how they feel about having to report on that. A lot more Republicans out there registered and maybe making a difference. And the more people getting out, listen, if you get close to 100% of Southwest Florida getting out to vote as a Republican, and you are registered and you want to get out there and vote, well, guess what? That's how you change elections.
Number 3.
The Inspector General of the U.S. Postal Service says a Miami-Dade County, Florida postal worker stole somebody's mail-in ballot, 10 gift cards, and 4 prepaid debit cards. Crystal Nicole Meary worked at a post office in Miami Beach. She's now charged with crimes, including the theft of the ballot. Investigators say by stealing the ballot, she deprived the victim of civil rights.
I'm just wondering if that's Evan Brown, Fox News Radio, reporting on that. There in Miami-Dade, a postal worker. There have been more than a few stories like that as well, but nothing to see here. Everything is fine, all good. All those mail-in ballots in all the states around the country who have been pushing Democrats for mail-in ballots because some make it, some don't. Some show up in a truck 3 days later. Nothing to see here.
Number 2.
Presidents up for re-election usually ask if the country is better off than it was 4 years ago.
That's not Joe Biden. That's Barack Obama from yesterday. Yeah, asking, hey, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? I would say this. Yes, we're doing pretty good, except for the COVID thing, which, of course, if we go pre-pandemic, we know exactly how things were going. And it wasn't thanks to Democrats, and we know how hard Democrats have tried to get rid of this president, and knowing full well that the president is getting ready for what will be the great American comeback, certainly, of COVID, and 4 more years. Yes, former President Obama. Better off. Yep.
Number 1.
We would like to alert the public that we have identified that 2 foreign actors, Iran and Russia, have taken specific actions to influence public opinion relating to our elections.
Yeah, and that was DNI Ratcliffe from yesterday making the announcement along with Christopher Wray and the FBI.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
With regard to Iran and Russia, and now they find out it is Iran who was the one behind the quote-unquote Proud Boys. Remember the Proud Boys? We were told by CBS News, Proud Boys in the state of Florida. That's what the right wing is trying to stop you from your voting. And we come to find out it's Iranian disinformation. More disinformation is out there and on the way. And DNI Ratcliffe wanted to let everybody know that this is happening because he's not going to allow this in the days leading up to the election to continue to propagate and allow this to happen and allow Democrats to continue to talk about how it's a right wing. It's a right wing that the people that were rioting and looting and tearing down and destroying and burning over the summer, that was the right wing. There was no way it was no, we're not going to let you do that. Not going to let you do that. All right, 239-479-5592. A lot of people want to talk this morning. So from now until the end of the program, we're going to take your calls, whatever you would like to talk about, because there seems to be a lot on your mind. So let's get to those calls right now. Who do we start with, Jake? Give me a line number. Which one? Line 3. All right, let's go to line 3. There's Jeff in Fort Myers. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Drew.
Hi.
Great talking to you, man. I listen to you every day.
Well, same here, sir. That was really weird to say because I don't listen to you because I don't really talk to you except for right this minute. Anyway, what's up, Jeff?
Well, I got a comment and a question for you,
Yes,
and
sir.
I'll try to be concise. I know we're limited on time.
We are.
Anyway, we've had a lot of great nicknames in the last couple of years. We've had Crooked Hillary. We've had Nasty Nancy. We've had Comrade Bernie.
Yo, China Joe. Wait, China Joe. China Joe. Okay.
We had Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe. That's right.
Sleepy Joe.
Yep.
Middle Class Joe.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is nobody saying the obvious? Lion Joe Biden or Lion Biden? I mean, to me, that makes sense, man.
I think the president said it a bunch of times, Lion Biden. Didn't he say that? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Wendy's in Naples. Hey, Wendy.
Okay, good morning. I wanted to talk about the white supremacy issue because Trump constantly, I hear him constantly answer, I've said it 1,000 times, I denounce blah, blah. Why doesn't he shift and talk about what he's done immediately? Why doesn't he redirect? That's my thought. I would love to see him do that. Wondered if you had any perspective on that.
Well, I think that he oftentimes talks about the good things that he has done, the positive things in the country. And I think what happens is he gets in front of a news organization and they talk about white supremacy tonight at the debate. I'm sure they're going to go after him once again. We'll have the moderator siding with Joe Biden and trying to maybe stop the president from saying things about Joe Biden or interrupt the president. We'll see how that goes. That's why he's always taking to Twitter, right, to try to get away from the media and talk. So, yeah, they're going to continue to do that because they know of the successes that this president's had. And he's trying.
No. Yeah, I'd just love to hear him say it in the moment instead of I continually denounce it. Just immediately, my focus is on what I've done. Just in that moment.
Right, but remember something. The media is looking for a soundbite, Wendy, right? So the media is looking for. So here's the soundbite. The soundbite is you're in the media and you say, we would love for you right now to denounce white supremacy. And the president goes, I'm not doing it. I want to talk about. They got their soundbite. See how that works? That's the problem. And hope you see that. All right, let's see. Who else do we go to? George in L.A. Hey, George.
Hey, Drew, you're a great American, number one. The thing with Naples, folks, you're welcome down here, but leave your failed policies up north. And number 3, Drew, the reason all these people are coming out, they're trying to win because they need to get covered up all the misdeeds that they did. I used to be in law enforcement. If they don't win, it's going to be a bunch of people going to jail. That's all I got to say.
All right. Well, I appreciate the call, George. Thanks so much. To what George is talking about in Naples, your thoughts on this? They have decided, the city of Naples, Wednesday have approved the regulations to quiet noisy leaf blowers, basically by getting rid of anything that's gas powered. And if you got a battery electric powered, it's got to be less than 65 decibels, to which I say, well, why don't we just hire a whole bunch more folks out there and they can all go I'd be pretty quiet. Maybe you get 200, 300 people. We can employ a whole lot of folks and stop the noise. There's got to be other ways to do this. I'm just one. I guess that's what George is talking about, the noise portion. And then listen, the other story that was out there is there are resistance plans to take to the streets and cause all kinds of chaos if Donald Trump wins the presidency. Just be ready for it. It's coming. If he wins, and again, I've said this a million times, take it to the bank. If Donald Trump loses the election, conservatives, Republicans will look at this. They'll want to know if it was legit. If they find out it was legit and there are no major election fraud issues, then they will accept the loss. If there are election fraud issues, they will take it to the courts, because that's what Republicans and conservatives do. They go through the legal process. They go through a process that is not rioting. If Donald Trump wins, the other side is just going to destroy. And they will not stop until they get what they want. I think you can take that to the bank. Jerry's out in Golden Gate. I say out in Golden Gate like if I'm in Golden Gate, then I'd be in Golden Gate. So why do I say out in Golden Gate? Depends on where you are. It's perspective, Jerry. It's perspective.
How are you?
I'm good. What's on your mind?
You're talking about noise out there now. Keep in mind, I'm a Second Amendment rights guy. I have guns. I go to the range. I have a guy that just moved in months ago next door to me, blasting guns for hours, Saturday, Sunday. I work about 60 hours a week. I get home. I used to be able to sit by my pool and relax. My dog is freaking out. I don't even want to go home on weekends. It's pathetic that someone would be that inconsiderate. And also on another note.
Well, hold on. Jerry, have you talked to him?
No, I'm going to, but it's like it's to the point where if someone is that arrogant that they're out there for hours and hours, I mean, who wants to listen to boom, 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 boom? It's horrible.
Wait, Jerry, what does it sound like?
It's really, really bad.
Well, I guess the point. I'm just having some fun with you, Jerry. But here's the point.
Right.
What if you go and say, "Hey, just wanted to let you know that this kind of bothers me on the weekends, and I'm trying to relax. And is there a way we can?" He might go, "Oh, I had no idea. Sorry about that." I mean, you never know.
You know, either way, I lose because I've got a really, really nice hunting dog, and that dog hates gunshots, thunder, etc. And she's home alone. You know, so either way, I lose. But for some, I mean, we've all got 2.5 acres. Take it back real far. You know, not right next to people's pools, etc. You also might want to know on Golden Gate Boulevard, driving in this morning, there's a huge Trump sign that someone last night painted 200K dead over. You know, from COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know,
there like a block before that, there's a Biden sign that nobody touched.
Yeah. Well, nobody. Yeah. Well, that's because, you know, like I just explained before, you know, Republicans go through the process and they go through legal means and they accept loss, and the left in this country doesn't. They have to destroy. And, you know, I'm sure that there are Republicans who are driving down the Golden Gate Parkway and seeing that sign there, Jake, and they see 200K dead and they go, "Oh, man, they're right. I'm not going to vote for the president." I'm so glad that person spray painted over the sign. Otherwise, I never would have realized that. "You've changed me. You've changed me," said no one ever. All right. Do we need to run? Can we take one more call? Nope. Oh. Is that you saying I can take one more call? You don't care. Okay, Blake is in Cape Coral. We got to take Blake before we go. Hey, Blake.
Hey, how's it going, man? How you doing today?
You know, I'm doing great. It's going well.
Hey, I went to the poll yesterday and voted in person instead of by mail. The last time I did it by mail, but this year I did it, or this election time I did it. I went to the poll, which wasn't too bad. It only took me like 25 minutes.
It's a nice experience. You see people, you say hi to folks. It's a good thing.
And, there was a lot of Trump supporters there, believe it or not. A lady had a Trump 2020 shirt on.
There's somebody that was there that was excited about this year's election. That's a good thing. People are excited and happy. So you had a nice experience, Blake.
Yeah, I did. And that was my first time I ever went.
All right.
To the polls, so I just wanted to,
all right,
elaborate about that. I heard the other guy talking about, the dog next door, or his dog, I guess, But I was listening to him there for a little bit.
Can you impersonate him again? What did he sound like?
Yeah, well, the boom, 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 and they got this dog right here, and the guy next door.
Blake,
every Saturday.
Blake, you're not very nice. It's a. Okay, there he goes. Can't do that. He just did. All right. See, you never know what's going to happen on this program, but we love your phone calls. Maybe we'll do that from now on. Jake, why don't we do it from now on? After the 5 at 8:35, all we're going to do is take calls till the end of the show. You want to start doing that from now on? You want to make it a thing?
Yeah, you said it here first. So
all right. If you want to make it a thing, say text the words "make it a thing" to me right now at 239-479-5592, and we'll make it a thing. All right. Well, I can use a bagel today. I think I'm going to go out right now and get a bagel. Don't know why I shared that with you. Let's go to meteorologist Matt Devitt, and he'll tell us whether or not he likes bagels later. But right now, he needs to tell us about the forecast.
87 degrees as we look ahead to your Thursday. Another warm and breezy day, mixture of sunshine and clouds.